red on red. We've lost
I know,
control.
yeah. It's
Moffat's Mayhem.
Moffat's Mayhem.
Welcome, race fans, watermelons, and wood chips. Presented by Central Iowa Diesel Performance, episode 24. We're at a dozen times two here, boys. I'm sounded that we've made it this far, but to my right, Josh Reynolds, our GM at the Boone Speedway. To the left, Jonathan Logue, and we got Johnny Forklift with us today.
We finally were able to pull the trigger. We got all the contracts signed. It took a long time, but we finally got it done. We tried to have him on in Florida.
Yeah.
But you won't understand. I mean, if you read down through this, you'll see the stuff that he does for a living. He was tied up. Like, he could not leave the kitchen table to come to our podcast. So we got Mrs. Forklift on for a little bit.
Which she told me I had to tell everyone. So I'm not even forklift certified, and she is.
That's
Yeah.
the damn truth.
Yes,
That is
she's
the
actually an instructor of forklift driving, whatever that may be. So
Which it fits
Hold
because
on. Is this like on Wedding Singer when they got to go through the cones with the limo and shit?
I think so. Yeah, she every
they were
year
cones.
They were cones carrying a mannequin around.
every year when guys at the shop, because she works at Blue Compass, every year when somebody has to get recertified or they have someone new, she's the one that teaches the course, which explains why they run it into so much shit. But
well, it does track because she drove us everywhere in Florida.
oh my god,
we had
that
this.
poor girl.
We Courtney. I keep wanting to say she's one of the employees at Blackwater Speedway.
She is,
She
yep.
is. Okay. But she loaned us graciously.
No, not
What?
her. Courtney's husband, his brother, his wife, Tracy.
What?
That's her. It's Tracy's truck.
Oh my God. Okay,
Yeah.
I was all kinds of
Tim.
confused.
Yeah.
I think Courtney's fiance is Tim.
Tim's the
Or-
one that. He's the one that came up to the tower
He
and said
was-
somebody hit your truck.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was dicking with us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
He's the short-haired guy.
Yes.
Ron is the long-haired
long
one.
hair
Yes.
guy.
Yeah.
They look
Okay.
identical. Well, okay, I didn't get a good look at both of them, but like
Tim's tall.
At a pass, I was like, that's the same person.
But yeah, we had this little Toyota truck that had 280-some thousand miles on it.
Boy, she sang.
I don't think a ball joint has seen grease since she left Southeast Asia, and it was. But she ran good.
Yeah. Had a little V8 in her.
Coda got the horn to work before we left Florida.
It
Like
didn't
that
work
was,
when we first got it.
whatever she ran over on that bridge might have jarred something loose. But yeah, so it was. But
she
Dakota,
had to have driven us 1,000 miles last
she
week.
drove us a lot.
It was a boatload.
Yep. So we went all over. Felt like all over Florida, all over the Panhandle in Florida. That state's huge.
Yeah.
You don't realize how far, because we talked about going to the races at Southern. That first night we were there, first or second night we were there, and then after that, late models were at Ocala and for Lucas Oil, and I was like, Dakota was like, oh, we should go. It's not that far, and even just you don't even have to go anywhere except straight east from like Navarre, straight east to Ocala, and yeah, it's like a 6-hour drive. And I was like, we're not going.
Yeah.
Well, 5-time was over there, wasn't he?
No, they were in Fort Myer.
Yeah.
And was heading. They were going to go to Alltech, but it was cold, and he'd already winterized his camper. This was when I learned that the 5-time had encounters with Mrs. Forklift.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Because in my dad, in this awning on his, I mean, that's like his baby, you know, like he worked really hard to buy this rig, and she took care of him, and she's like, your dad made me sign this thing for this awning. And so I'm like, oh, great.
Yeah, he drew it up.
Yeah. So
This wasn't like, like when you sign for a car at a car dealership, they're like, this is all yours. He walked in with his own paperwork, and it was like, this is yours, and if it breaks, you're going to fix it.
And so I asked him about it, and he goes, oh, yeah, she was great. He goes, and I knew that it wasn't a long-term deal, but I just wanted to make sure that when I got there, everything worked. And because he's had some troubles with that at some other places. It sounds like there's a lot of RVs and a lot of pissed off people that when they take their units to wherever it may be, when they get the bill. But that kind of just soaks right into what we're going to get into here a little bit later in the show.
Yeah.
Well, we had talked with Peyton last week, and I think by the time we recorded the show, you guys were getting ready to go on your next 2 nights, correct? Mm-hmm. Is that where you were at?
Yep.
On that?
We'd had a practice night, and then we had 2 nights. We had a Friday, Saturday racing.
Yep.
So
Yeah. It was
in the great state of Alabama.
Yeah, because that was Loxley.
Loxley,
Alabama.
okay.
Yep. They have lots of fire ants.
Oh, boy.
Holy cow. That was my first encounter with them. And I got a little bite on one of my legs, but I got them right off right away. But damn, them things,
They're nasty.
they mean business.
Well, they blend right in with the dirt,
They
too.
do.
It's all red.
The dirt it's redder than these guys' beards.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, and also getting 2 reds on the same side of the table. Are we in for trouble here? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was kind of wild. Like, I don't know. Your bag fell in the dirt. And you picked it up and threw it in the back of the truck. And you're like, well, it was on an anthill. I don't know what we got to deal with here. So
You were the first point of contact.
I
back
was.
there, so
Yeah, it didn't matter.
I didn't care.
I made it through. But
didn't
yeah,
matter.
that's the kind of dirt that it gets in your soul. Like it definitely is. It's as
Stains
red as
everything.
it gets. It does.
Yeah.
Yep. We were over looking at Isaac's car, and Jason said, he goes, yeah, we'll be digging this shit out for months. Like,
Yeah.
it'll be this summer. and
Dylan
it'll-
Thornton said the same thing. We
Yep.
stopped and talked to him, and he said, this is the stuff that I'll power wash the car top to bottom midsummer, and he said it'll just puke red out of the frame.
Yep.
It's a weird color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
it
weird
is.
material.
Yeah. We say
It is.
red, it's really orange.
Yeah,
like,
seriously. But like it looks so much different on TV than it does
Right.
in real life. Just
Yeah.
like always with a lot of places. But
Yeah.
man, just how that dirt is in races, and it was really a very interesting perspective for me. I didn't make it to Deep South last year. Just made it to, well, what is now called the Blackwater Speedway. But the dirt there's different too, and it's an hour away. You know, but we have that
That's
here
more
too.
like sand. That Blackwater is, you can see it even up in the tower. You look down, and you're like, oh, it's the beach. Like, it's crazy. Like, it just looks so different.
And the amount of dirt and sand that they took out of the infield and dropped that whole thing down.
Oh, yeah. Several feet.
It almost, I mean, I know we talked about it with Peyton, that one, but it is almost unbelievable to see.
Yeah.
In like a month. too.
Yes.
They didn't
And
start this last year. They started this like a month ago.
I hope somebody down there hears this. We'll see. But they basically said, wait till you come back next year.
Yeah.
So, like, I was excited to hear that.
We've got so many cool things to talk about on this show.
Oh,
like
man.
to get like there to where we're sitting right now, I'm super excited about it. Yeah, man, it was just
It was a good experience.
It's a roller coaster, man.
Yeah.
It was. Even with the secret channels, dude. You are ruined, bud. I have figured out some shit this last week, okay? Just saying.
We may have made a deal. There's going to be an extra radio in the 69 trailer next year at Boone.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, right.
It's just, he's like a little kid at Christmas.
Well,
Every day down there.
Right.
Every day was like Christmas. It was insane.
yeah. Even when he jumped off the wall and broke his foot.
There was that too.
yeah.
Last week's Moffat Mayhem of Bobcat. Blew
No,
out the
that
right
doesn't
front.
count. He was faking because he's been walking around just fine.
Dude,
I think he was faking
nasty.
it.
No,
It was gross. It was
it
gross.
was not.
It was like a softball. On top of this, but it was disgusting.
Yeah,
It was
pretty bad.
Yeah.
It made his hand look good.
It really
did.
did. Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, this is nothing. That hurts.
I heard Ivan saw your hand, and he's like, now I got competition.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not red enough.
Yeah. That little shit.
But, I mean, like I said, all things considered, going down to a new place, right? 2 new places. One that rebranded in the middle of the week, right? So, like Peyton was talking about how that kind of threw him for a loop a little bit. But everybody seemed to embrace it, and it went well. And then you guys go to Loxley for the other nights. And did I hear – I don't know. Jerry was talking about something about how the –
Jerry. Hey, we're 24 in. No J-Van.
Hi, Jerry.
Yeah. Sorry, kid. It just clicked in my head again. I don't know how far we're in because our timer's not working, but
We'll just guess.
It's
Yeah.
somewhere.
It's fine.
but
We'll get through.
God, sorry. Anyway, go on. Jerry was talking about what?
Well, I heard him say something about at the Alabama track. Is there where the water runs underneath the racetrack or something? I don't.
No, that's at Blackwater. That was
Oh,
the first
okay.
track.
All right.
Yep.
But I swear he was talking
Which
about.
that's an urban legend.
Right.
Well, wait. At Loxley though, there's a big culvert in the infield, so any
Okay.
water that comes
There's
in there.
3 of them.
Yeah, because I saw it looked like a
Oh, I see.
48-inch pipe. From where
I
was
see what
sitting.
you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's where he was going with
Well,
it. Like, when
we're
it
going to get
rains.
into that too because I learned some things. I went like all National Geographic on you boys. On
Really?
this.
All
Yeah,
right.
and I heard it from one of the locals. He was wearing weird shorts at the time, so I was really yeah, cool kid. Him and his old lady were there, but yeah, like Northwest Florida Speedway. Ron and the gang, basically Ron filled me in that. He runs a transmission company. It's called
He runs several other things too.
yeah,
but that's
yeah.
his big one. Yeah.
It's like Sun City Transmission or something. Sorry, Ron, if I murdered that, but it's this transmission thing. He's been doing it for a long time, and he was sponsoring a drag car. And apparently, this guy, and I could be completely murdering this, but this is the main parts of it. This guy got a stock car down there, and was always called Ron and got out of the drag racing, got into this dirt racing stuff, and called Ron and was like, man, this is so much funner than drag racing. Like, this is cool as shit. You should come. And Ron's like, I never had the chance, just always too busy. He goes, well, one night, he goes, we came here to the Northwest Florida Speedway, and he goes, my house is 4 miles from here. So I came over and I watched him, and he goes, I just couldn't believe how family orientated the crowd, the pit area, just the atmosphere. And he goes, man, it kind of hooks me. Well, then when the landowner came and said that they were going to sell the place and shut it down or whatever was going to happen to the Speedway, he's like, man, I can't let that happen. And so he came in and bought the place, and him and Peyton got into, cahoots of what was going on and kind of what Peyton was going to be doing with the place as far as having the show there and blah, blah. And I mean, I was in an absolute awe about what it looked like. You guys didn't know what it looked like because this was
I
your
can
first
tell
year.
it. I can tell it's much different.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's that much different that you can tell, but it's like, holy shit, the air compressor. God damn. Is it killing it? I mean, whatever. It is what it is.
It's all good.
If you're in there taking a shit, it
boy.
will.
Probably scare the shit right out of you.
Yep.
I'm guessing.
No
every
pushing
time.
necessary.
Every time. But just to, and then like everybody, how it is, a new track owner, never promoted anything. Mike, Greater Mike is what we called him, the old boy there. He had his entire family. They had their own little campsite over by all the work equipment. Like, they had their old legend cars there. His daughter, ran the sheep's foot, and his son was on anything, the water truck or whatever it may be. That was super cool. And Ron's like, man, I just didn't want to see it just go to nothing, after how much fun he had. Well, and then I think it was maybe a holy shit moment for him because of, what he did to the place. And I learned so much this week on, even myself included, on how unappreciative you can be really quickly with a circumstantial thing that happens on the racetrack.
Right.
To the person that's been busting their ass for the last month and has spent the amount of money that he spent on that place. I mean, I told him it gave me chills just hearing everything that they've done and what his future is for that place. I'm like, man, people just don't do this kind of stuff at race. Like, a lot of racetracks are ran by county or, fairgrounds. there's not a lot of private owned racetracks, like Boone is privately owned, so there's a lot more funding, versus county stuff. So I was
but like they're trying to do the right thing. Like I'd never been there, but even just in some of the pictures and the videos that Peyton had sent us, I'm like, man, they're really putting in the work here. And like we got there and I was like, I've never seen this place. Like I couldn't tell you what it looked like before, but I know it looks way better now. Like the amount of work they've done to clear out the pits for more parking, like the way they've tried to skim off a lot of the sand off the top of the track and get down like to the good stuff. Like, like it's crazy. And like, that's the thing that like, I don't want to say it's rare, but like to see someone like him, especially, and like we know him now, but like to see someone come in and be like, I'm going to put my heart and soul into this. And not only that, but probably a paycheck for the foreseeable future. I mean, he's dumping a boatload of money into this place to see it be successful. Like, that's what's crazy. And like, I'm not saying like, oh, every place needs to be like that or anything, but like, this place will succeed.
Well,
like, they're trying to do everything right.
There's two things I noticed. So I think the way that place was set up before, you could probably comfortably put 60, 70 cars in. He made enough.
I don't even know if it was that much.
He made enough room. He made enough room to put 200 rigs.
Oh,
in that
absolutely,
thing.
And not little ones either.
Not and campers and cars. Like it's a massive deal now.
Yeah.
So that was one thing. The second thing, he came up to the tower, and we were doing practice night, and we had a bunch of guys come out that didn't register, which whatever. And when that happens, then the scoreboard throws HH next to their name. And he just tapped me on the shoulder, and he goes, hey, what's that mean, that HH? I said, well, it just means the guy didn't sign in. He's like, so everything's working okay? I think he was worried that something wasn't working all right. I said, oh, no, it's working perfect. And the smile he got was like, you could tell he's like, this is awesome.
He told me after the first night, like when he was up in the grandstands, he's like, man, people were coming up to me and shaking my hand and thanking me for saving this place. And I mean, like, it was like I think it really touched him, and then to see this type of event, I mean, 162 cars checked in Friday night, or not Friday night, Monday night. Monday night. Sorry, excuse me. I don't know. Ron doesn't really know, but from past, it's been, like on a weekly show, they're getting 60 to 80 cars, 80 being a really good night for them. And to bring double that, and last in three classes, right? They had the slingshots, which they had 20, which those kids are savage, and holy
They're
shit,
such good kids. Yeah. Every single one of them that like they come. I mean, granted, they're 10 to 14. I think that's the
youngest
group.
was 7.
7, okay.
But
some of them should have been, I think, close because at that age there's such a talent gap. In anything,
right.
In sports and racing and academics, like anything, there's such a gap at that age. But yeah, they were so fun to work with. Like they're just good kids. Like they just want to race.
They were so polite.
They were so nice.
They came to I asked Colton and Dakota, when you guys start making babies, can we make them have Southern accents? Because that was the cutest damn thing.
Yeah, they're the cutest little
This
things.
little boy Waylon comes up, and I don't even know he was Southern. It didn't matter.
No, he was from Maryland.
Maryland, yeah. But we had our boy Waylon. He got her done on the second night.
He did get it done.
He's the one that won, the little guy. But there was one little girl. She came up and she just told me her car number, and I said, well, here, I'll get you checked in. Thank you so much. And I mean, I was like, I just
melting.
Yeah. It was so cool. And the parents too, they were just thankful.
The parents were great.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Because I've been around a lot of parent-driven racing.
Ungrateful parents?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, and maybe it's a go-kart thing. I don't know. But being around parents involved in racing, and not all of them, but there's more than a few that I've run into, and it's always something. And I'm like, can you just let your kid race and shut your mouth?
Yep.
You know,
right.
Like I'm sorry that you're so invested in your child. Like you're past the point of investment. Like you're trying to you're living vicariously through them, like to a point that it's not healthy for your child or for you. Like you're gonna make them hate it.
Right.
You know, I don't know. Like you're going through it with the kids wrestling. Like I know the boys love wrestling, but like if you push them too hard, like they'll hate it.
I guarantee you see that.
Oh, all the time.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, there'll be kids that we see in wrestling that I mean, they're just absolute studs, but their parents have them in the wrestling room 5 days a week.
Yeah.
And then when it's actually time to, like, buckle down and be good, like going into that transition in high school, they don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that it's with anything, but yes, like the go-kart deal, obviously we'll get into that in a little bit, but I've seen that a lot as well. And just that doesn't make it fun for the kids, and then the people that work
that's
the
where you
events are
lose
just
them.
miserable.
Right.
And,
Yep.
But no, they were good. That's the thing, though, is like at least they had receivers. I mean, I was worried that they wouldn't, because I've been around plenty of go-kart racing, even at younger age or slightly older age before they can get into big cars, like up to 14 and everything, or God forbid, adults racing go-karts. Because if you do that, like, just give it up. And that's for you out there listening, anyone. If you're an adult racing a flat go-kart, even if it's battle at the barn, like, you're trying too hard. Just stop. Race a real car. Race a real car.
Is he talking to your brother-in-law?
well, he's got a big car, so he's all right.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
No,
He is the
okay.
go-kart Mozart. So
Oh, boy. Anyways, we've gotten off topic.
That's what we do.
All right,
Right,
we've gotten off topic.
welcome.
yeah, thanks.
But, speaking of that, getting back on topic, was there anything else you guys wanted to talk about from down there before we get into Johnny Forklift's life story here?
I have a couple of things. One, it was an absolute blast, and I told these guys, I don't think you were here yet, but I said if Peyton called me tomorrow and was like, our Clash on the Coast event is just us going to the beach every day, like, don't bring a race car, like, I would go. Like, it's just, there's such good people to be around. Like, not only, like, the Blackwater staff and, like, that, but, like, just being with Peyton's crew, like, it was so fun. Like, to get to know them, like, and, like, you knew them before, obviously, but, like, I don't know, it just was really nice to be with such a good group that's, like, they're well connected, and, like, they just welcomed us with open arms.
Absolutely.
You're right.
We'll get into that later, too.
Well, the thing is that Peyton's just always been that way ever since I've known him, and it's just a special thing. Like, it's weird. Like, you almost get like bromance weirded over it. So, I mean, it's not
weird, but
it's not weird, but you know what I'm saying? Like, when
Yeah.
we're talking about it, and the listeners out there, some people get a little, whatever about it. But I'm just saying, it feels good to be a part of something like that.
yeah, absolutely.
That's what I mean, is where I'm
They
going
make
with
you
this.
feel good. And
Right.
Honestly, it's not hard to have a bromance with a guy that can sing like Peyton for
Oh,
God's
buddy.
sake.
Yeah, they were talking about it on the last one.
If this promoting thing don't work out for Peyton Taylor, he has a career as some sort of off-brand, like a hairball type
Yeah.
lead vocalist.
He can do it.
And he knows it. He knows it.
Bart definitely has a backup singer, too. on
Oh,
that one.
yeah.
I mean, he
Yeah.
had like 11 ultras in him and
Oh,
a few
man.
shots of Crown, and he was up there just
They were ripping the journey.
Yeah.
It was
He got it.
insane.
And that shit, my guy Isaac here, he was on the mic.
Jason was up there.
yeah.
Charnisky goes up and plays "Wanna Be a Baller," and I'm just
Yes.
like, 22-year-old. I think he's 22. Cole, sorry if I screwed that up, but
He was
that's
good.
22.
Yeah, he was good.
Oh, he was
too.
good.
He
He
had a
was
set of
great.
pipes on.
was
Yes.
great.
Damn good. He had that little mullet floating. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
I don't think he picked. I still don't think he picked up any pussy. But I mean, he was rocking it. Man.
He didn't have to pick him up. He brought him from home.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I didn't ever make it over to that side of the side of the bar because like
We
were
were
there-
camped out on our little side.
yeah, well, we were watching late models.
Yeah, we were watching
and
late models.
I seen Andy Eckridge like 3 hours after we'd been there. I'm like, dude, you've been here the whole time? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right,
yeah.
I'll say, so I want to echo what Colton said. They, Peyton and Babe, dude.
Miss Shauna.
Miss Shauna.
Miss Shauna.
But I'll tell you, so nice people. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
and all of them, all the way down to the kids. My boys,
Oh, Lane and Kyle.
Yeah,
Lane and Kyle.
Yeah.
Boys, I know you're watching this, and I know you miss us already, so get your asses to Iowa. You can live in Bobcat's shop. We'll figure something.
The best part when we were off air the last time, and then they were trying to microwave shit in the in the house, and like we're looking at the clock, and Peyton's like, "Shut that goddamn microwave off. We got a show to do."
He was all business. Did you know Lane went out and was fishing in the rain? Because we told him.
The original thing was if it was going to be nice out, which we thought it was that we were going to set up on the ground level, not patio, but like in the backyard, if you will. And it backed up to this canal. It had a little sand bar-ish, like just for aesthetic. It didn't even touch the water. Right. But I thought it would have been cool to do it out there if it wasn't windy and the weather was nice. And sure enough, it rained hard, like when they started too. But Lane and Kyle were going to fish in the background and see if they could, pull Monster out or whatever. If anything, they would have tried, and they would have gotten attacked by that big gull bird that was dive bombing into the canal to get its meals.
It ate better than I did at Boosie's.
Oh yes,
that bird was eating.
Bussies,
Bucky's. Yeah, I'm sticking with Bucky's.
Boosie's is just more fun because it sounds like you're almost going to say something.
Right.
Have you seen those videos, the TikTok videos of those guys well, we're going to Boosie's.
Yeah.
I'm repping my cup, by the way, but I'm telling you right now, I could go back there today and eat.
I got some jerky at home still.
Did you get it from the counter, or did you get it from the
counter?
See that we skipped that. Yeah. And I wish we
should know, man. It is so the honey barbecue is
stop.
Or not honey barbecue, jalapeno.
Ooh.
Or honey jalapeno is what it is. Yeah. It's stickier than shit. But
delicious.
It is so good, and it's I like hot stuff, but it's you eat a little bit and you got to wait a minute.
Yeah.
And it's
otherwise you eat too much.
It's not overbearing, but it's just whew.
If you keep
slow
pounding
heat.
it.
Yeah, it's slow heat. Yeah. But gosh dang, there's we got the Outlaw Puffs.
I never did try any of the Outlaw snacks. I wish I would have.
Outlaw snacks, man. It's the same size bag, more chips, better flavor. Their ranch chips are. Man,
because that was the start zone, right? Was that
was the start zone? Yeah.
Yeah,
Outlaw Chips was the start zone, which cool. It's just a new chip company. They've got some different flavors of chips, spicy. That I can't. But anyway, in Bucky's, they've got a nice portion of a row.
It's an end cap.
Yeah, no, there's.
They had it on the end cap. That's where I saw it.
The end cap there is too, but if you walk down the chip aisle where there's the big bags of chips, they've got a huge section. It's at least 4 foot, and all the racks. I mean, so we had some cheese puffs. We had fudge. We got fresh fudge that they make fresh there every day. My favorite part is when they say. Fresh brisket on the board, and then all the employees are like, fresh brisket on the board, and then there's 20 sandwiches in about 3 minutes laid out on the thing, and it's it is so busy in there, and they're shitters. You walk into their shitters, and they've got lights above them, red light, green light.
Yeah.
It's if somebody's in there, you're not accidentally opening it up on paw.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was like the scale.
No.
God, we need to get the red light, green light.
Working on it.
Good.
Working on it.
Get her done.
The crazy thing about a couple more points about Bucky's. You can buy artwork directly off the wall in the bathrooms, which is insane. Really? And it's good artwork, too. This is not some low-end shit. It's good stuff. I'm serious.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Did you buy any?
No.
Did you price any?
It was actually relatively decent price. You could get a little
Wait, you're telling me that the price tag was on?
It wasn't on the artwork, but it was on a little, okay, you've probably never been to an art show, but
no. Actually, yes, I was.
He's cultured.
We're going to culture Jonathan. It's happening
anyways,
right now.
Okay, you go to an art show, and it'll say it'll have just a quick, snippet of information below, and if it's for sale, it'll have a price tag on it. It's on almost like a name tag, but it's for the art, and it goes next to the piece. Anyways, it was all listed in there who the painter was or who the artist was. What the scene was called and the price or whatever. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, swear to God.
Bucky's bathroom art.
Colton would only notice that. I was in there.
It was hard to miss.
I shit in there 3 times and never noticed that. I spent a lot of time in there in 3 days.
Classy shitters, though.
Oh.
They're supposed to be the most clean bathrooms of all the
They
convenience
do,
stores, right?
but so I have this weird thing, like when I shit in public, like I have to either put toilet paper on the seat or put one of them, like,
Liners on.
yeah.
I'm with you.
Is that weird?
No. I don't
make
do
them-
it.
they
I don't
make
do
them
it
for a
but-
reason.
Yeah, I don't do it, but it's not weird.
Seriously, the worst part is like when you're tippy toeing and you're trying to get, like, you're trying to
Yeah. You're in a rush.
you're in a
He's trying
rush.
to take the squares. And
And it's falling in the water and it's like sucking it down. And I'm like, I don't know. I have this weird phobia about it. Like, but it's weird. Like if I go to my friend's place, I want, like, it's different because it's like I know them.
It's someone
or
you
something.
know.
Yeah, but
you
still.
know who has sat on that toilet.
I'm just thinking, like, man.
So,
But they have the foils, or not the foils, they're like the papers. They're like the good ones.
Yeah.
So I was
gotta say
already
this.
impressed.
A warm toilet seat at home, best thing ever. A warm toilet seat in public, terrifying.
Yes.
Not true. Not true.
No, not exactly. Yes. Tell
Blackwater
the story.
Speedway. We got to circle back. Blackwater Speedway, they redid the upstairs of the tower, and it doesn't have living quarters, but it's got a full bath, full shower, the works. It has one of the fancy toilets, and you can set the temperature on the seat.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was at 99 degrees
Run.
And a bidet.
and a bidet.
Yeah, you know what? I was freezing my ass off.
Oh, yeah, you were outside.
Yeah, and we were in heaven upstairs.
Oh, man.
Just a perfectly.
That must have been on the other secret channel. Is that? I mean,
You just had to be there.
I was
He
there.
was there.
I was there in the tower multiple times.
You were there, but you
And
weren't
nobody told him, "Hey, go check this shitter out, brother."
Yeah. I mean, the other shitters were really nice because they brought in
Yeah.
the rentable ones.
They did.
Yeah.
Because they hadn't got theirs finished.
Those were kind of chilly on the bum, though.
But hey, Kyle and Lane took multiple chances at the old heated seat. So
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
we had times we couldn't find them.
I'm actually surprised we don't have that same exact toilet coming to our house because Dakota was in love. She's
Yeah.
like, "This is the best thing ever," and I'm
It
like,
was pretty nice.
okay.
It was plugged into the wall.
Gotta
That was,
get one.
that was
Yeah,
the
it
first
was
one.
plugged into the wall.
Still, though, there's something. Did you guys use the bidet?
I never did.
I never did. No,
Okay, well, I don't know if you've ever used a bidet, but I mean, it's a little different.
I didn't want to spend more time in there than necessary. Okay,
Dad put one on his toilet in the shop, but it has no heat on it. So when you hit that sucker, it's like
baby.
31-degree water, baby, and it will shrivel you instantly.
I was thinking about it.
It's unexpected. Like you think.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Be just fine.
That was a one and
Whoa.
done on that deal.
Mom and Dad built their new house out past Jonathan's, and they have the floor heat in there.
Oh, yeah.
So when you go in there, and Dad probably doesn't know, I've been taking shits in his house, but it feels nice on your feet because you got a heated floor. You just
Hell yeah.
settle right in there. But
If I had a heated floor, I'd take my shoes off a lot more.
yeah, right.
So there is one more thing I got to say about Blackwater before we leave that. That was the other thing I learned is where the best burger maybe anywhere at a racetrack
yeah.
is.
Well,
Their burgers were fire.
the other thing is it wasn't a burger. It was a double burger.
It
That was-
wasn't chintzy. Like it was full.
So they had, when they started this up, somebody made a burger. Ron went and grabbed one, took one bite, and he went, "That's not a burger."
It was a single patty with
Yes.
cheese,
He said, "That's not a burger." So their single is a double.
and their double is
It's
a quadruple.
And, I'm
And-
telling you,
And there is a slice of cheese on every patty.
and it is
And they have these chicken bites.
Oh,
spicy
God.
and regular.
Yes.
They might have been better than Knoxville's.
Yeah,
I'm not
they
joking.
were. They were
No
good.
shit. No shit.
We're gonna have to
I don't
find out their
know-
supplier.
We don't really know if they were actually chicken because they were that good. Like at the end of the night, and the spicy ones were spicy.
Yes, they
they
were.
were.
Like they had a good bite to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did anybody get boiled peanuts?
Did
No.
not.
I didn't either.
No.
Everybody gets all hopped up. No offense, but everybody gets hopped up about them. I never ate a boiled peanut the whole. Actually, I ate one of Coda's peanuts one night. Up in the, she had them.
Those were from Buc-ee's though.
No, yeah, but it was
Yeah.
still a peanut.
Well, no,
I'm just
they
saying.
were pecans.
Oh, those are the candied. No,
she did
They
get
were
candied
candied cashews.
Oh,
Candied
cashews.
cashews.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
They were
As a nut.
delicious.
Yeah, because they have like the little. God, we're all over the place. Back to Buc-ee's.
They have the little. They have the nut.
You know when you go to the fair, what building is the butter cow in?
Oh, in the
Very-
not the Varied
No.
Industries
No.
building. It's in
It's the one with the globe right in front.
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
the 4-H building. Or
No.
no.
Well, that's where they keep the cows.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
And the real cows.
Right. Anyways, upstairs,
the
in
butter
there,
cow
where you
building.
can get an egg on a stick. You see the butter cow. If you go upstairs, there's a place that's been a vendor there for as long as I've been alive. I'm pretty sure that you can get like candied nuts or whatever, and they put them in a little warmer. Don't you fucking dare!
He's been waiting to use that.
I was waiting to use
The
that.
fact that this is the first use of that is perfect.
Anyways, they put them in a little warmer tray with the warming lights and like it's got like a hot plate underneath. You know, kind of like at the racetrack, but it's like a little paper cone filled with candied nuts.
He
or
only
whatever.
knows this because my wife has to get these every time she goes to the fair.
They're worth it.
Every time.
They're worth it.
She won't leave there without this sleeve
That's
of
the
nuts.
only reason she goes.
Yeah.
Well, that and
It really is.
that and the steak tips.
Yeah.
gotta get a
Which
steak
those
tip
have
in.
kind of fallen off in the last couple
Yeah.
of years.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad you guys had such a great time.
Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, sorry, man. But they had these freaking tents there that Ron
Oh, yeah. They could.
Holy
Ron
cow.
Ron got these
tents.
tents. I never even went. I mean, these things were cool. They had the little stovepipe sticking out the top.
Yeah.
You could have rented the tent and stayed right there at the racetrack.
It's not even about staying too. Ron told me he came up with a steak, like on a plate. It was a paper plate, but on a plate, like an 8-ounce strip. And I was like, "You guys serve steak here?" And he goes, "No, we just made it in that tent because there's like a little campfire stove in there." I was like, it's inside the tent. It is insane.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
it
really
was
cool.
really cool. He even offered me a bite and everything. I'm like, "No, I'm good." I'm like, I just
You
was a
didn't
little
take
confused.
Why? What? Because it wasn't Iowa beef. What'd you think it was? South beef?
No, I've had beef pretty much everywhere I've ever
I don't
traveled.
give a shit if it was Asian beef. That hamburger we had, I'd eat that again every day.
Well, here's-
Asian beef, it'd be Wagyu. I mean,
Right.
that's good
The
stuff.
reason that the burgers were so good is because there was this short redhead dude. No offense, but he was. You didn't see him. Did you see the?
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking
full
about.
red beard.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
who was cooking the burgers.
Really?
Come on.
Oh,
He
It's a
knew
red
it's going to be good.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, not
Yeah.
only that, but like they didn't use they didn't have like a propane grill. I walked into the back kitchen one day. I think it was practice day. I was looking for something, and
Sharpie.
I think I was looking around for a Sharpie because the one time I didn't have one in my backpack. And I went back there, and there's 2 or 3 like 36-inch 4-burner Blackstones. Like that's how they cooked all the burgers or whatever. That's why they were so good.
And in beef tallow.
And in beef tallow, yes.
And it was fast. The longest. I heard the one gal say their longest.
Pause.
At least you didn't burp.
I was thinking old Yosemite Sam, and you guys know who I'm talking about. Not the real one. But I just totally lost what I was going to say.
Beef
Why the
tallow,
burgers were
beef
so good?
tallow.
Why the burgers-
the wait at the concession stand.
Why they-
Oh, it was like 6 minutes. And that was for fresh.
Yeah.
A fresh burger.
Yeah,
that's
you'd get it,
pretty
and it'd
good.
be screaming hot, no matter what it was.
Their buns were killer. It really hopped me up for the burgers at the Speedway.
Yeah. We were talking about that today.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Yep.
theirs was like the buns they used there. It was like a brioche.
They
bun,
were
though.
sweet.
Yeah.
it was like a sweet brioche
they were
bun.
good.
Oh, man.
And they were a frozen patty.
Yes,
They were not fresh patties.
That's right.
That surprised me a little
They
bit.
cooked them, and then it was when he flipped when they got the smash. And
Yeah.
boy, were they good.
Yes,
So
they were
that-
fabulous.
All it did was give me
And they were
something-
cheap.
They were. I gotta talk to the powers that be on how we're gonna cook these burgers. That might have moved me to the Blackstone side of things. So we'll see.
Well, it'd just be a lot faster because you just have it on.
And
Like, if
easier
you-
to clean.
Right.
No flare-ups.
Yeah, right.
That's the other thing I'm kind of looking at. So.
Yeah.
I'm getting text messages from producer Garrett that we're at 40 minutes already.
Oh,
Holy
man. See? It doesn't take long.
Well, on next
Okay.
week's episode,
No shit. Wow.
Well, yeah. No, well, I'm glad you guys all had a good time. I wish I would have had my Apple Watch on all weekend at state wrestling because you guys would have seen my heart rate and anxiety level and all the things.
it would have been less in Florida.
I got a snap.
100%.
I got a snap from Crummy.
Crumb Dog Millionaire.
Yeah, Crumb Dog Millionaire. He snapped and said, famous podcaster, and it was you down on the
Yeah,
mat.
it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I was stressed out. So
Didn't go that great.
no, it did not. I think
You'll have that sometimes.
well, they're 12, right? And sometimes you let the big lights be bigger than what you've worked so hard to do. And we got upset in the second round by a kid that we normally beat. And it was, you could see the sheer panic. And it was like, this is not good, boys. He got
It's hard to
Caught.
come back from that as a kid, too. Like, 'cause
got
this
caught on
is-
his back
Yeah.
in a scramble situation, winning the match. And he had just had this expectation that he was going to make it to the semifinals and wrestle the next morning, and wrestled to be there instead of the match in front of him. And
Hey, man.
and then he won the next two matches. Pretty good wins. I think he had a tech fall and a pin, and then got to the blood round and wrestled a kid that we'd already beaten this year, and beaten handily, and did the same thing, froze up.
And that's why the sport's so humbling.
Yeah.
It's just like racing, man. I
And
mean,
the kid that ended up getting third in our bracket, Kellen beat 9-0 like 3 weeks ago. So
that's a
he's-
nut kicker.
he
Sorry,
was-
Kellen.
He
but
was
learn from it, bud.
oh, he was pretty rough. I was pretty rough. It was a whole deal.
I
so.
think I got a text message. Sounded
But
like, but you made it through. You're here.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
It's tough.
It's just part of the deal. You know, we did have one kid that won a state title, which was cool. And I think we had 5 or 6 kids that ended up on the podium. But, I mean, making the top 12 is still a good deal. It's just not where he wanted to be, because in his mind he's top 4, but it is what it is. But but I think we're going to go, which actually helps me, is have to hear back, but he did get invited to national duels, which is actually in Des Moines, so I don't have to go to Kansas City the week of the Frostbuster. Which
You're
is
still
awesome.
missing racing.
Nope.
It's okay.
I think I'll be. We wrestle in the morning, so I think
You're
we'll
not
be-
taking my night, bud.
He's going to get the best of both worlds.
Oh yeah,
No,
no,
you're
we'll
not.
let you slide in there.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm glad you're coming, because I was like,
You don't want to be the first night if you're doing that.
I
Yeah,
mean, come on.
but anyway, we will go to break. Garrett's over there laughing. We're at 44 minutes now, dumbass. So, but hey, we'll send it off to Central Iowa Diesel Performance and Moffitt's Ford. And when we get back, we will continue to talk with Johnny Forklift. You've been listening to and watching Watermelons and Woodchips. We'll be right back.
Central Iowa Diesel Performance is a full-service preventative maintenance and truck repair center in Ames, Iowa. While they specialize in high-performance applications, they can do fleet repair, engine maintenance, transmission repair, or things such as brakes and electrical. Anything diesel truck related, Central Iowa Diesel Performance is your go-to shop. Check them out at www.centraliowadieselperformance.com.
At Moffitt's Ford, it's not just about selling cars. It's about taking care of our neighbors. For generations, families have trusted us for reliable vehicles, honest pricing, and service that feels like home. Whether it's a dependable F-150, a safe and spacious Explorer, or your next pre-owned vehicle, we're here to help you find the right fit. And long after you drive off the lot, we're still here with expert service you can count on. Stop by and see us today. Moffitt's Ford, home of the million-mile warranty.
Welcome back, race fans. Watermelons and Woodchips presented by Central Iowa Diesel Performance. And, well, we didn't really, in the first segment, we talked about your guys' trip. And
that you weren't on.
Yeah, I'm
by the way.
well aware. I was waiting in that snow for a while.
I miss you, if that helps.
Yeah.
I don't think these two did. But I miss you.
Yeah, right. Thanks, boys. Appreciate it. But getting to Colton, right? Some people are going to be like, well, what does he do? What's he got going on? But people don't realize all the things that he actually does behind the scenes, whether he was talking about the go-kart stuff earlier, and he had a hand in that for a little while, probably
Couple
longer.
years,
Yeah,
yeah.
longer than what you wanted, right? But
It was fun.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah.
I worked for some really good people.
You learned a lot.
So
Yeah.
I did learn a lot.
right. And then, master on the My Lap stuff, and anytime we have an issue, he's just like, oh, guys, get out of the way. We got it.
Well, Coda was like, he's a nerd. Because I'm like, and I'm like, really? You know, like, I just always thought it was the dude that had a half a can of fucking chew in his right front. You know, like, yeah, it just came from somewhere.
Yeah. He was the new crane operator. He's taking one of them hoggers out.
He blew Tiny out of the water.
Dude, and he says he misses doing the draw at Super Nationals. I think the reason is he chewed 14 logs of tobacco that week at Super Nationals, like right down there in the infield. Can't just spit it out in the tower, you know what I mean? So
I do not miss chewing real chew. That shit's nasty.
Right.
I don't miss that part.
But Colton did get his start a long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Talking about nerds. I got you covered there.
Yes.
Always, it was called Stewart Speedway. And Garrett's
It's still called that.
It is. Garrett's got some pictures that I might have brought from home. We brought some props.
Some props.
You can see young Colton in those. I'm sure, there's going to be a few people that recognize you, but there'll be a few people like, that is not Colton. But if you look close, you can see it.
Yeah.
That was before the red beard?
That was.
Yeah, that was when he was just white.
Yes.
I know the feeling. It sucked, didn't it?
I'd get blonde hair during the summer from being outside, and then Thanksgiving would hit, and I'd be as white as a ghost.
Yeah.
It was the pre-stages of the red.
Yes.
But yeah, Colton spent some time at a racetrack, following me around, and kind of grew up through it. And then at one point, he didn't have anything to do with it. And then, 12, 13 years old maybe? 14? 14 for sure. You were lining up cars.
Yeah, because I started, it all started at Stewart, and I don't even remember who was running the place. Was it Mick Trier?
Billy Davis Jr.
Billy Davis Jr. There you go.
Yep.
Anyways, but I started taking tickets at the gate as some dumbass kid, just having fun, happy to be there. There's way more backstory, but we're far over time. This episode will be 7 hours long. Anyways, but started
what do you got going on over there?
My ear itches, man.
Had a little Moffat's
I had a little ear itch. I'm not going to let it tickle for you guys. I don't care.
Anywho, shout out, Mom. She says anywho all the time. Uh-huh. Do you know how anywho is spelled?
No, I don't. This is the most
Nerd
random
shit.
question.
Nerd shit.
ANYHOO.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Anywho.
Yeah.
Well,
Not
it's not.
WHO.
What?
Not like the TV channel. Yeah.
Well,
Anyways.
I'm learning all kinds of shit.
We're going to get nothing done
And
here.
we're back.
Yeah, we're going to get nothing done here. Started taking tickets at the front gate, and you were still racing at the time. Yeah. And it was something for me to do. The extra,
Angie was there too.
Yeah, Mom was there. The extra income from my working the ticket gate, which I don't remember ever getting paid. That clearly did not upkeep your habit of having a race car still.
No.
I did my best. Okay.
You gave it the old college try.
I did. I did that for a couple of years, and then somewhere along the way, I started lining up cars. And truth be known, if I could have one job in the whole world at a racetrack, it would be lining up cars. I don't know. There's something exciting about it.
He loved it.
Yeah.
I was working turn 4 in Stewart at that time, and I loved it because I could turn and keep an eye on him and know that he was safe, but he was still there and he was involved, and I also knew that he enjoyed getting to see all the race cars and the drivers.
Yeah, what's better than at that age, especially whatever, maybe 12 to 15 years old, being right next to a race car.
Right.
You grew up with it.
Yeah.
And so did you. You guys grew up next to race cars. When you're at that age, you're like, this is the coolest shit ever.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was even cooler because, you get to see all these different cars and, I don't know. There was something about the alcohol fumes, too, from the mods that did it for me, but that's unrelated.
Well, yeah. Well, and you think about it, if you're a little kid in the grandstands, and Bruce and Denise used to have the pictures, and then you get those, you get the mystery envelopes where you just buy one for $5 and
I remember
pictures.
those. Yeah.
But then when you get to the pit, you're like, oh, I have pictures of that guy or whatever. Like that part of it was like when you start to become that age, you put it all together, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is awesome.
Yeah. But, yeah, I took a short break when I went to college. I don't even remember why. I just didn't. So I worked all through high school, like in the summers. And
I mean, did you take a break because you have a double major? Like, so you were like doing way like more nerdier shit than.
I'm going to let you guys in on a secret. C's get degrees. Okay? I have 2 degrees, one of which I've never really used. Like, I have a business administration degree.
Waste of money then, huh? Thanks, Mom.
No, it was kind of free.
Oh, okay.
I paid for my own school.
He did. He paid for his own education.
Savage. I am sorry. Look, one of the only ones in the world that actually pays.
He got a little bit of a price break because of
I don't know.
scholarships.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, he's like, do I have some hidden ethnicity that I don't?
What did I do?
Yeah,
Didn't know about.
I was an athlete, you could say. I was really good in high school.
He was.
I was, and then I got to college, and I don't know. It was not a culture shock.
Beer
but
slows you down, bud.
yeah, somebody was like, "You should have a Busch Light," and I was like, "Hell yeah!" And it never stopped. And I slowed down dramatically. I was not the track athlete, not the cross country athlete I was before.
We went down to the middle of Missouri to watch him run in a it was a cross country meet, and the little boys at the time, they had watched him run in high school and seen him win a couple of races. Like, he went to state, he qualified for state individual, and then in track for the 2 mile.
Yeah, twice.
So like accomplished, like the way I see it, because I couldn't run from here to there without falling down. So it was awesome to me. But the little boys, they watched him, run growing up. Well, then we go down to college, this college meet out in Missouri, and we're like, when's Colton gonna run by? And like, so they're just like, watching, waiting, and then pretty soon, and Camden's so quiet anyway. Colton runs by, and Camden goes, he was a lot faster in high school.
It's true. Yeah. But
So maybe that's why you took the break. I mean, I don't know. You were just doing a lot of other things going on. Huh?
Kind of. I was still kind of a fuck off. I still am, truthfully. I don't know. I took a short break. I don't even remember why. You still worked at racetracks, Stewart specifically, but I just didn't. And I don't know. It was a weird, not a weird time in my life, but I almost needed it to, because then I came back, I don't know, when I was 22 or 3-ish. Mm-hmm. And it's like I fell in love all over again kind of thing. Like, I needed a break. Not that anything was wrong before. It just, it was a natural break because I was busy with school and, whatever, trying to get beer money during the summer, work all year and then try and carry some of it into school so my friends and I could buy beer first semester and then run out before Christmas. But, it was a nice natural break. And then, I don't know, when I came back to it, I kind of fell in love with it again. And I don't know. But
yeah, we got him busy. Chuck bought the track out in Stewart.
Yep, Chuck Vanderheiden.
And
shout out Chucky.
Yeah, shout out Chucky V. And we got him busy there, but then there came Super Nationals. And I believe your first year there was the year I had to take off. Matt Drotz's wedding.
Oh yeah.
He worked the gate for me.
See, that's a lot of fun too.
And he did love that.
Oh man,
because he likes talking.
You get to meet so many people, and
Yep.
honestly, if you're in charge of the gate, you're getting free shit. You're getting free shirts. I mean, you guys get free stuff because you guys are big name and everything, but I'm just some nobody at the gate. If I let someone through, I can't tell you how many free T-shirts I've gotten over the years for letting people through the gate when I was not supposed to.
Yeah. Like with their vehicle.
Yeah. Not just walking through, but
Not that you're letting them in without a wristband. It's not that.
Right.
It's, somebody's already freaked out saying all cars parked and whatever.
Yeah.
Well, they're around the corner and they've got 37 packages of hot dog buns they need to take to their camper.
Right, yeah. They're
So-
dropping off groceries, or
Right.
it's the Harris guys dragging a car back in that
You
they
never
worked
had.
on
Did you
overnight.
deal with that?
What?
Man, I dealt with that all the time back in the day. Some jackass from Harris was bringing in cars the whole time.
You got free shit all the time.
Yeah.
Same right. I was waiting for him to chime in.
Yeah.
But not only the Stewart Speedway, I mean, you have a hell of a resume at some racetracks that you have worked at over the years or been a part of. I mean, Stewart, Marshalltown, Newton, Iowa Summer Nationals, Flat Out Friday, Battle of the Barn, Clash on the Coast, Boone Speedway, Supernat. I mean, that's a lot of really big venues. And this last week of being on the Secret Channel and having a headset on and listening to all of the things is like, man, that's a pretty, those are some really big events, and there's a lot of shit going on. Yeah. So you're there for a reason, and like we spoke about it off air a little bit. Like, I only knew Colton through the racetrack, going in and checking in, never really got to hang out with him outside of racing. And I understand why Colton is Colton now because of this past week, and I admire it because it's a red thing. We're weird. We're like 7% of the population, I believe, in the United States are redheaded people. Okay?
It's not very many.
It's not very many. So we're weird. Like Rodney Wing. Mm-hmm. He's a redhead. We got to meet him. Spencer Hughes is a good buddy. Runs a racetrack down in Mississippi. He's another red. Belinda, a red. She's weird. We love her. She's weird.
Spicy red.
She's spicy,
yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm. To be fair, she puts up with a lot of dummies.
She does.
We got to endure a little bit of that with parking this year.
Yes.
Like when we had the roller vibrator thing. I mean, it was just a thing. But this, like, when did you, like, first of all, so when you came back into the racing world, is that you just started traveling around with Josh? Like, Josh was super involved. Like, when did he finally trust you with something at the races? Or when was it like, okay, this has been my stepdad for my whole life, but at the same time, we're going and doing all these things. I'm a grown adult now. I have a stepdad that is very similar to Josh, like super cool.
Yeah.
Like, always kept me in line.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh, God.
I love this thing.
Hey, you're overdoing it. Steve.
It's like the second time in like 87 minutes.
Just saying.
No, I think he's doing okay.
The dramatic effect is going to wear off. Right. We're saving it for the hunt the front.
Anyways, blackout.
Yeah. Pause.
But like, like when did you did
The red on red, we've lost
I know.
control.
Yeah, it's
Moffat's Mayhem.
Moffat's Mayhem. This whole show.
It's all man.
Okay, so I've worked at a lot of places, and truthfully, two things. One, you'd think for as much as I'm at the races, I'd have some sort of a clue of what happened last week. I couldn't tell you anything. And it's the same way with, like, that's my whole life. Is I'm like, I don't know how this happened. I'm just here, Like, sometimes you just luck into really good situations. Like, over the years, like, I've been blessed to work at some really good places and some really mediocre places, I'd say. But I'm better for it. Like, even the go-kart track in Newton, like, that was a struggle. Like, my last year there, I was doing it all. I'm doing check-in. I'm doing payout. I'm scoring. I'm doing MRP on the fly. I'm race directing. Like, and it's just me in that booth. And I'm begging for someone to come through the door now. Like, it's stressful, but I'm better for it, I think. And I think part of it comes out when Josh and I do work somewhere together. And regardless of, like, what role, like, if I'm scoring and he's doing MRP, or if he's doing both and I'm race directing, or whatever the mix may be. Because, yeah, there are times, especially with the scoring stuff, that something will happen and, like, you don't panic, but you're like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, it happened at Deep South.
About 11 times.
We're in the middle of a race. Like, there's something going on. I've got my eyes glued on the track, and I'm, like, coaching Josh through something. And I'm like, I'm a really mean teacher. Like, I need a ruler. So
It's a red thing.
But I'm like, I remember vividly, I was like snapping. I'm like, fuck, right there. And I'm like trying to laser focus. Like, I don't know. I am really good at what I do. I'm not the best. I know guys that are way better than me, or they've been luckier than me. But, I don't know. I've done a lot of cool stuff. And there was a point in my life, not even that long ago, like when I first met Mrs. Forklift, like 4 or 5 years ago or so, where I mean, I was gone every weekend. I mean, it was just as bad as owning a race car. Like, I was gone all the time. Like, somebody calls, I'm going. You know, like, I know
Park Jefferson,
Independence. I mean, you name it, I was there for anywhere, anything. Like, I don't know.
But that says a lot about your character, too, to me, as far as how much. That's another thing I learned last week is how much people, like, I heard people talking like, it's like, man, we want to support this because we see how much all you guys care and how much, you know, so it makes us want to support it because we can see the efforts and the people that people bring into shows, not just the Clash on the Coast, but other shows, you know, that where they're getting the people that they hear good things about, whether it be bad things like on your calls, because sometimes, you know, like when you were Johnny Thumper before Johnny Forklift at Marshalltown,
right?
You know, you were always Johnny Thumper to me because every time you got on the radio it was, you know, yeah. But the respect, people, you know, I've noticed that it's very consistent, and that is, you know, I learned that this last week. Like, there's a lot of radio talk going on all nights of the show, and a lot of it is fun, but there are some decisions that are tough. And I got not screamed at by Wahoo, but Wahoo was venting down in the infield about the calls that were being made. And I'm like, man, like, I didn't see what happened. How do you make a call when you don't see it? And I've always thought that as a racer, you know.
That's where, as especially a race director, you're banking on. This is going to sound really bad. Just let me finish the thought before anyone jumps to any conclusions here. I'm banking on someone else seeing it, like whether it be somebody in the corner or like you and Peyton probably, I don't want to say save me, but you did a couple times where you guys were like, happened to be looking that way and you saw it. And so I was like, oh, thank God, you know, like somebody saw what happened.
Well,
but if you don't see it, truthfully, you just kind of, you don't guess, but you're just like, well, here's what I saw afterwards, and here's probably how it happened.
But that's tough, too, because it's like at that point, if you hear somebody in the infield say, yes, I seen that, it's just, to me, that's like, okay, reinsurance that,
it's
okay, that is
validation.
kind of what
Yeah.
I seen.
Yeah.
Like, I remember one time he gets on the radio and he goes, the 25 just ass-packed the 52 car. Like, we need to black flag him. And we were standing in 3. That happened in turn 2, and it was so bad that the 52 car was headed straight for the wall. I don't know how he saved it, but he did. And that was the right call, you know, and that 25 car was pissed off. But it's like, man, you can't just go in and bulldoze somebody over, you know. And that was a really soft approach on what we're going to get into here a little bit later with the 10 car. But,
Oh, boy.
I mean, it was, dude, because, you know.
Yeah.
well,
But-
Hartwick too. Hartwick,
Yeah.
I don't remember
It's
who
one of them.
I don't remember who he got.
It was. I believe it was the dad, and because there's the 2 boys and then the dad,
Brent.
Britt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brent, yeah.
Yeah. So he got somebody.
He got the short end of the stick on the Troy Morris.
Well, yes, that's right. That's right.
Him and Morris got together.
He got Morris.
and it shoved Morris, took Morris out of the race.
Yeah. Right.
And so we gave him the bag dog, no biscuit too, and
He was not thrilled.
he was not thrilled about it.
But he
And
got on the internet the next day and admitted it.
Yes.
He did, and you know, I can relate to that. I don't get on the internet and do it. I usually message you guys personally, which
Sunday morning phone calls.
seriously, dude. And I got one of those from Wahoo. He's like, "Hey, man," I'm like, "It's okay, Mike. I know exactly how the guys feel now." You know,
Yeah.
It's like the secret channel, but it's kind of not.
right?
It's the secret feelings.
It's strange
Right.
to be on like our side of it. And I know you've seen both sides like firsthand now after this last week, but like at the Clash, but it's so different. Like, I don't know. I feel like I've always tried to, especially when I'm race directing. And honestly, I don't love doing it because I don't want to make anyone mad. Like,
Right.
I know I talk a big game. I got big opinions, you know, whatever. But like, I really do, like, the average racer, like, they probably don't know me, but like I know them because I see their cars, and like even as an adult now, I'm like, oh, that's so cool, you know. Like I don't want to screw anyone over, like you know, I still want to be friends with everyone at the end of the day, and like I tell you what, being down karaoke night. Well, it was before karaoke night, but karaoke night was a big one. The Clash on the Coast is like, I had guys that I've known for years that I've never had like not a personal conversation with, but like we just were hanging out, having a good time.
Right.
And like that's what I feel like in a roundabout way, the long-winded version. In my years of race directing, I've always tried to treat everyone fair, do the right thing, and it's never really like paid dividends, if you will, but like it's cool to like go to a place like outside of the racetrack and like catch up with those guys, you know, like, and be like, you know, like I probably got them somewhere, you know, like some track I was the stick that they were on the short end of, you know, and everyone was like so nice. Granted, we're in Florida in February. How could you not be nice to people? But, you know, like it's just one of those things that I've tried to always be professional, respectful, and like, you know, I don't know, maybe carry a big stick but not use it.
Right.
Thing. So.
Well, and that's how you have to be if you're going to do that role, in my opinion. I mean, look at Bob Ross. I mean, Bob Ross done the race director stuff, and Bob was a dick sometimes on the radio.
Yeah.
But that's when it was when he had to be a dick.
Yeah.
Bob was a good race director in my opinion, because he was stern, and like if you're out there doing dumb shit,
he's going to let you know.
He's going to let you know about it, you know. And I think that you've got to have that. Like a lot of people were bitching about the, I've had enough Boone in Alabama, or I've had enough Boone in Florida.
Boone, Alabama, Boone, Florida.
Right. And what I take from that is, you know, a lot of people, okay, we're just going to go into this. The hunt to the front thing here, okay? Watched their stuff, respected their stuff. They come to the event. They had some shit luck. They really did.
Yeah,
they had some really shitty luck. They also had some good runs. But they had a good run, and then they'd have a shitty ending, you know. And, man, it just really put a bad taste in my mouth. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It just – I have never gotten on social media and bashed a racetrack. I may have done it in the pickup on the way home. I'm not ever going back, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
Screw
We'll
this
see you
place.
next week.
I'm there next week. Right. You know what I mean? Like, that just happens, especially if you have a bad night. But the deal is the difference is from which I think that a lot of their shows that they go and race are, you know, late model. There's 40 cars. Can they give those guys, you know, spin out in a heat race and they get their spot back, or what do they call it now? The blend rule. Yeah, they can. They have 40 cars. We have 160.
Right.
Yeah.
We can't do that. We can't run a 6 to 7 hour show.
Stop.
That's what it would be. Well, you know what I'm saying. That's what it would be if we gave
100%.
everybody 2 yellows in a heat race.
We'd still be there.
Right. Or if we're pulling out quarter panels or working on their cars, like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't know. I think that if an official grabs your quarter panel when you're sitting there trying to get untangled from whatever mess, or you can't move, and they physically see it, then okay, that's fine. But we're not pulling cars over to the side to say, hey, can you pull my quarter panel out for me? I don't want to touch my tire. You know, like that. We just can't do that in IMCA. Right. So, like,
The rules are a lot more – okay, and there's a big misconception, and this is for everyone in the comments, on Facebook especially. Like, everyone thinks that the way that the Clash on the Coast was run, because Peyton told us explicitly, he said, I want it done like we would do it at Super Nationals. No problem. That's easy. Like, I'm going to fuck everyone. Like, no questions asked.
Well, it might feel like that.
No,
You're
but
not
that's
actually
like
doing
you
it.
gotta like it doesn't. There are no exceptions. Like that's the thing, and like everyone's in the comments, which again, it's the internet. I get on there and say dumb stuff, you know, usually, but everyone's in there saying like, oh, you know, these IMCA rules suck, and you know, blah blah blah. It's like it's not in the rule book. The general procedures that IMCA wants you to follow, and feel free to jump in because you guys actually probably read the rule book. I don't. Is they want you to, when you're running an IMCA point show that is not draw redraw, it has all they care about is that you line up by the IMCA point average and you do like your feature lineups the same way. Like that's really all they care about. Procedurally, how the races are run, they could give a shit. They don't want to police that.
It's up to the track.
So all the procedures are done by
individually.
The racetrack.
Like
other than like the point, like they want you to line them up by IMCA point average. That's it. That's all they care about.
Unless it's a draw, redraw, or a special like the Clash on the Coast. Yes.
Right.
Well, and Boone has had the same shit as long as we've been going.
Right.
I mean, you're stopped on, and it's cost me.
Yeah. It'll get everybody once.
Oh yeah,
at a minimum.
for sure. And does it piss you off? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, I love the Marshalltown thing if they don't score a lap, which I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. It's
until
different
last year
Yep.
at World Nationals. Now, if
you're
that would have
welcome.
been, yeah, right. And, but if that would have been, discussed at the drivers' meeting, then that whole deal with Joseph Joyner and the 79 car on the first lap would have never been a thing. It would have just been like,
Well,
okay,
there were
straight
two
up restart.
incidents.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm
Two.
saying?
Yeah.
Like,
At Deep South, yes. Like,
So we've run into stuff where we've had cars stopped before they got to the starting stand, and we've given them their spot. I think we've done that where it's been a complete restart. If they don't make it to the flag stand,
if they don't physically cross to take the green,
Yes.
yes. And I 100% understand that.
yeah, but
because I've seen that happen. But
Yep.
if you take the green and you go into 1 and 2 and you get
All
hooked
bets
and
are on.
stopped,
Yeah.
then the race has started.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you still haven't completed a lap. So this is just my opinion. So then in that point, don't you go back to the previous lap, which there's no lap that's previous because the race hasn't even started.
Right,
But
but you're
if you're-
you're enforcing the fact that if you're stopped on the yellow for any reason, at a minimum, you are going to the tail.
Yep.
That's the point you're trying to drive home. And I get it. Sometimes it's
shitty.
unavoidable and it sucks. Like, I don't have it out for anybody. Like I said earlier, I try not to carry myself that way. Like, I respect these guys. I could never get in a car and do what you do. Like, as a racer is what I'm saying. Like, anyone. Like, I talk a lot of shit about sprint car drivers. I could never do it. I could never put a jet engine between my legs and be like, we're going to go fast. I would shit myself. There's no way.
Yeah.
Like, I can respect what you guys do at what you guys do as racers. And to a point, like, I hate having to get on the radio to say anything. Like, whether we're going yellow or I'm punishing someone for something, I hate doing it because I know on the other end of the helmet, like when you hear me talk and say your car number, you're fuming. Regardless, not just you specifically, but I know what, like, when
I can relate
when
to
that
these
chin
guys.
strap goes on, like that, it's for real. Like, this is what you guys worked all week to do. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to get anyone like that, and it sucks. I hate having to
give
punish people like on the race receiver. That's why I don't particularly. I'm good at race directing, and I do enjoy it. Like, it's a way to be involved without having to do all the heavy lifting like Josh does when he's scoring and doing MRP all at once. But like, it's one of those things. So
I had to offer up 3 smokes to guys that were down in the infield that we sent to the infield. Only one guy actually pulled out a pack of Marlboros.
He was ready.
And was ready to burn one with me. John Oliver was a little upset with us at Deep South. He got slammed down in there, and I'm like, John, he's like, I get it, but he was pissed. And it was bullshit because it was not his fault. He got a little tippity-tappity on the old right front, and it just shoved him into the hole.
But that's the thing about, like, if you call it a certain way, and maybe that's the point I was trying to make earlier, is like, if you just call it a certain way of like very black and white, like if you're stopped on the yellow for any reason, sorry about your luck. Like, it sucks, and just as much as it's going to get you, it'll get somebody else. It'll get the next guy. Like, no one's going to get saved from it. And the bigger picture is that I'm not up there saying, well, I know what was going on in both of those guys' heads when they got together down there in the corner, and this guy yanked it left or this guy yanked it right to try and wreck both of them. Like, I know that's not what happens, but like, I don't have to put myself in the shoes of like, well, this wasn't his intent, or this is what his intent was. Like, if I'm just like, well, you're stopped on the yellow, like, sorry about your luck, like, there's no guesswork.
Yeah.
Like, that's the biggest difference.
Well, and there were times, too, on the racetrack, like, where a car would take out another car and it would take them out, too. Right. And they were like,
you love to see it. You really do as a race director. You're like, it worked out great for everyone.
Well, and they're like, do I have to go back to my trailer? I'm like, you just drove through dude's left rear at Mach 10. The front end's laying on the ground, and you're stopped on the yellow. Yes, you have to go back to your trailer. I'm sorry. You're done. Yeah. That's it,
Well, it just takes all the, judgment call out of it.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing.
And I see it to a point, like, I get why guys want that because probably I'd say over half the time, nobody meant to do anything wrong.
Right. We're just out there racing hard.
Right.
That shit just happens sometimes.
Right.
Yeah,
or you're avoiding another instance, and you get. And that's where it sucks too because you're trying not to pile.
That one's the worst. Yeah.
You're trying not to pile your stuff up, and you get penalized for it. But it's the same for everybody because that's like you said. It's going to get the next guy for the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not just any particular class either. It's all of them.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's all of them. And this isn't a jab at the modified guys, but
jab
they drove like shit.
Yeah.
No respect is what I felt like.
Most of the clash they did.
Yeah.
And now the first night with it being rough, and I mean that was kind of par for the course. I mean that was
even still, it shouldn't have taken them 32 minutes.
Yeah, right. I mean, especially when the sport mods put on a hell of a show for the first time.
Yeah, they had their first 2 nights at Blackwater and their first night at Deep South. Their features as a whole combined took less than 20 minutes. And the mod feature the last night at Deep South, when everyone should be trying to save what little they have left, took 23 minutes.
Something.
It's great. And that's crazy. But here's the other thing. It don't feel like 28 minutes.
No, it doesn't.
In the car, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Now, I will say when you have 20 cautions, or they had 13 the first night, and it was 28 and a half minutes. And then it's like the sport mods ran their show in 6 minutes, no cautions.
Yep.
And I'm like, wow. And you can't say that the racing wasn't good. It wasn't what it could be.
Sure.
But it was definitely there was some shit going on the racetrack.
They made the most of what they had.
Absolutely, they did.
That's an instance of those guys went out there, and truthfully, they probably did it by accident. You can always count on one little mistake that'll pile up part of the field, but they never had it. So.
Right.
So,
tired.
and when a 32-minute show, when it's 36 degrees, and you're standing in the infield, how long did it feel to you, Jonathan?
It just was just like I've been on both sides of it. I'm just like, man, like what is going on?
It's tough to watch. Like as a fan, and then I can't even imagine like as a racer, you're like, you guys are better than this. And that's what I'm trying to tell them up there.
Right, and in their defense too, though, like the racetrack the first night sucked. I don't mean that in a jab way. I'm just saying like it was rougher than shit. We didn't get to talk about this though too. In turn 1 and 2, there was a 2-inch water main break.
Right.
That they had to dig up, and on the way home Monday night, Bart gets this wild hair. Like I can fix this, and I'm like, I have no clue what he's talking about, And when we got there the next morning, like it just was like a thing of Rod and Sarah went right through my brain at that moment. I'm like, dude, it's 3:30 in the morning. We got back to the hotel because it's an hour drive. We get back to the hotel, and he's like, we got to be there early, and called Peyton and got the keys from Ron for the dozer, and we went there, and Bart goes, let's not burn through my 10 mil in the first hour. His anxiety medicine, he takes 10 milligrams a day, and I pretty well burnt that up on the way to the racetrack because I'm spicy in the morning. And we get there, and he's got this dozer out there. And I mean, he goes, it's going to look like shit. Just don't say anything. It
did too.
It looked wild. Gee, I will get you that video so you can put it on here. I was just in the tractor doing what he said because I'm not a dirt guy. I'm, just there to help do whatever. And all the naysayers and everything that was going on, and for what it turned out to be the next night compared to what it was, so I'll give the modified guys a little bit of a break because of how rough it was. And let's be honest, when some of us put the helmet on, it's oxygen off and fire on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just get in this zone, and you're not the same person when you're in that race car. It doesn't matter if it's your buddy or not. You're there to race. You're there. You have spent this much time and blah, 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 blah. So that's where I'm going to leave that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get it.
So but how well of a showing that the Sport Mod guys had at the show was good. There were some good cars there. You know, there was people there that I'd never seen. I think they had 38 Sport Mods.
Yeah, it was high 30s.
That was the peak for the week.
Yeah. And so it was really cool to see those guys. You know, Peyton threw that out there and you know, give them guys a chance, and I think they supported it well. And I think that next year, I think they'll pull in some different cars. You know, you had 12 winners.
Yeah.
12 different winners that week. That's and that's what the sport needs. We don't need Tim Ward or Austin Bethera or you know, these guys winning all the time.
Right.
The Braxmas and all that shit. So it was good to see those different winners.
It just proves that anyone can, like, and not just that event, but it just proves that anyone can show up any night and win.
Right.
Like, and that's what's good for it is. And you'll have a little bit of like, oh, well, someone will see that, you know, whatever Mike Vandermark won. Like, surely somebody that races against him is like, I beat him before. I could go down there and win.
Right.
You know?
Well,
like,
it was like this. Chaz Baca, the final night, championship night. I think it was Spencer Hartwig that won the race.
Yes.
And I like Chaz. I know Spencer very little just through racing and stuff. But to see they had Chaz had won a race. He got his nose slapped the night before, but damn near looked like it junked his stuff. But I wanted to see the Hartwood kid win because he'd got his nose slapped a little bit too. And then they got the bad dog, No Biscuit. And it's a family thing racing. And to see his excitement to win his first really big
pumped.
He was pumped.
Yeah.
And, like, to me, it just, even now, it just gives me, like, because I know the feeling. And, like, that is such an accomplishment as a race team to go and do that. Now, I know it was a little one-laney, and that's kind of why the Joyner thing happened. You know, he knew he needed to be on that bottom, and that's why he collected the 79.
He did.
So he can be pissed all he wants at me. I don't really care. But he chopped that 79 car, and that's why they got hooked.
Well, the 79 washed up too. Like it's It's on both.
It was a
of them.
mutual thing.
Yeah.
But they hit. You know, he was coming low because he needed to get
Joseph,
on the bottom.
and what I mean by that is Joseph is a smart racer.
Yes. He knew where
he's
he needed to go.
He's a good racer, and he's got a good car. He's got a great program. And, you know, I just felt like it was a real big slap in the face to all of us. And it wasn't Joseph that was on there commenting, but what do they say? When you're just because you're with somebody or – you know, and you may not be involved, but you're
guilty by association.
Guilty by association. I think that was shitty.
Yeah.
You know, and I know that they deleted the comments and or whatever, but still, we seen it. We disagree with it. There's a lot of things that we could say about negative things that we could say about what they do with their stuff, and a lot of negative things that I heard about Southern. But it's just best not to do that. So I hope that they learned a valuable lesson on that. And, I mean, they're still going to have success. They're great people in the communities that they're in. And I hope that they have good success at their racetrack.
They're a big deal.
Yeah, they're a great thing.
Yeah. I'm not going to, like, I could never knock them for what they've accomplished, like going from, like, oh, we're just going to film, like, race cars and stuff to, like, I mean, they just bought a track. Like,
that's cool as shit.
They've been successful. Like,
that is really cool.
You know, like,
they'll continue to be successful too.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And maybe more successful if they start paying tow money. But anyway.
We did hear that too. So.
Yeah, and honestly, you know, we all learned. Like, we were down there the whole time. I learned things. You all learned things. Even Cody wasn't there. He learned things.
Right.
People learn. You learn by your mistakes.
Right.
One of the mistakes, pay your drivers. Like, it's not a lot of money, but it might be enough to get them home and get them back to your track again. And, you know, if somebody came and they put in the time and effort to get there, Give them something to go home with. You're not – it's not so much that it's going to break you.
I have never been to a racetrack and not got paid.
Me either.
Ever.
I've never heard of that before.
I've never been. I mean, but I also didn't race for Barry Braun.
Well,
except a few times, but I knew I was getting paid because Uncle Carl, God rest his soul, was involved with that.
Right.
It was only $100, but I got my $100.
Yeah. Barry usually paid his tow money. It was the bigger amounts he had to
It was the front half of the field.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but yeah, just again, all learning experiences. I think we all saw, different sides of the coin. I do want to do something positive out of this, though. I'm going to say we talked him into going. Mikey Smith.
Oh, for sure.
Pulls down from the
about
north.
Shit when he come walking onto the deck at Andy D's when we were having the old deck party out there. He comes walking. I'm like, hot damn. You must have found somebody to watch all them hogs over there on the west side of the country.
He said
or west side of Iowa.
Wasn't going to make her, and by God, he showed up. He won a feature, and he won the points deal for the sport mod.
He did exactly what Mike Smith was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Right.
He did. He was so.
He won't say that, and he never would.
Right. Here was the other thing. He brought his piece of trim with him. That affects racing.
Sure.
I'm
got to
just
show
telling you.
out.
But he brought her with. I mean, that was that was kind of a cool thing, a little vacation for him, and Mike's
brought a hell of a crew.
He did.
We were 6-7 deep.
Right. They passed us on the way to town.
He's been waiting to do that the whole time.
Yeah. I've been waiting for somebody to do it.
He said 6-7 earlier, and no one took me seriously. When
I heard. I got it.
I missed Mike at Andy D's. I was asleep.
Yeah. Josh was sleeping.
I laid down for a nap, which I never do, and I woke up and it was dark, and I'm like, "What the hell happened?" You
missed out.
I needed some sleep, I guess.
Yeah, a little snoozy. That's
Yep.
all right. A little tiger snooze. Well, let's go one more break. Come back with the question of the week. Wrap this deal up.
Are we calling the Joyner thing? That's our Moffitt's Mayhem, is it not?
I'm going to say that's the Moffitt's Mayhem, just because it was a little spicy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, Joseph, Jonathan, and Josh. Like, this is not a jab at you guys at all. I also think that once they realized they spoke out of emotion. We do that, but it was also clickbait, and I don't do the clickbait thing. Like, this was all nerd stuff that I learned earlier before we got going on, and so but it was good to see them not rebuttal, but kind of grab their feel goods back and take down the post. And
also, aren't they red?
They are red. They are red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I can relate to that. And one of them's named Jonathan. We got a lot in common. We talked at the docks. I really like them. Like, they are great people.
They seem like good people.
They are. Yeah. And like, it was a way for them to get some more content. We got to respect the fact that they are good at doing that.
You make your living off of people reacting to you on the internet.
Right.
And
honestly, like, the second night was it was just bad luck. Like, they got hooked together, like, had a right front hop over the frame rail, like, and get stuck together. Like, that is about as shit luck as you can even even imagine. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. But Moffitt's Ford, we appreciate you, and that's a pretty good segment.
Yeah, well, they create a little Moffitt's Ford mayhem for us to talk about, and it helps them on their social channels too, because, like we said, when you make your money off of social media and stuff
just
like
content creation in general.
Right.
Like, and they're very good.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome. They have a ton of followers and
plus Doom Scroll's probably going to clip this and tag them.
Right.
So.
No, that's okay. But what I'm saying is, like, they are good for the sport because there's a lot of people that watch that stuff, and it's really, really good for dirt track racing.
The more eyes, the better.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
Like, the currency is eyeballs, man. So, we'll go to a break. Come back with Elmquist Towing question of the week and wrap things up with Johnny Forklift here.
Next segment is brought to you by Logue Fabrication, your go-to shop for custom metal fabrication. From residential and commercial projects to auto racing applications, Logue Fabrication delivers quality and precision every time. They're not just fabricators, they're racers too. Proud home to Rage Hobby Stock and Stock Carts you see tearing up Boone Speedway every week. Whether you need a custom railing, a commercial build, or race-ready metalwork, trust the team at Logue Fabrication to get it done right. Logue Fabrication, where craftsmanship meets horsepower. We can help you stand out anywhere with P1 Promotions, the home of P1P Canopy. From the racetrack to the ball fields to trade shows and beyond, our custom pop-up canopies are built to showcase your brand in style, with multiple sizes and full customization available. But we don't stop there. P1 Promotions also delivers custom rugs, apparel, sportswear, trade show setups, and even P1P custom awards that make an impact. You can see all we have to offer at www.p1pcanopy.com.
Welcome back, race fans. Watermelons and wood chips back from the break, presented by Central Iowa Diesel Performance. We were just talking about Jed, actually. But going into the Elmquist Towing question of the week, and we just looked at our final update, 138 comments on this one, and this is Bobcat right off the dome.
Dude, congrats.
It was a good one. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like, we kind of dropped.
This one wasn't Katie stealing your phone? Or?
No. Not that we dropped the ball, but we kind of, like, was just like, oh, shit, we need to post a question of the week. Mm-hmm. And I just knew that I just felt like this would be a good one because there's all the keyboard warriors out there thinking that
they know anything.
Right, about the rules or whatever.
But some of it, too, like being on both sides, right? Like
it's constructive.
Correct. Yeah.
100%.
And I say this a lot, like when people suggest stuff to us, it doesn't fall on deaf ears all the time, right?
Not at all.
And
not that we have anything to do with like the IMCA rules, but it's not. It was a pretty general question too, and like some of the responses in there was stuff about just there maybe is something we could change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the question was, if you had one rule change to make, what would it be? And obviously, people are going to have their opinions about it because if you own a race car or you drive a race car or whatever, like there's something in the back of your mind that's always bothering you, right? Or you've been, the outcome of a race didn't happen because of a rule of which we just talked about and things like that. So, I mean, but the one of them was the quick change.
That's the biggest one.
Yeah.
It really is. And
for good reason.
And quick change,
but
the type of rear end.
Quit being pussies.
I was going to say, you still put the 9-inch gears in the
It is not that hard, you guys. Like, the quick change thing, the USRA guys run quick changes, right? And they say that, the quick change is bigger, than a 9-inch. So the mounts are different. They are more expensive. There's a gajillion 9-inch gears out there that you can buy. They hold value. So it's not like it's you buy a quick change gear for or maybe $100, or like if you wanted a polished one, or I could be way off on that. It's been a long time since, but you can buy used ones for $50. The quick change, you can change out a tube yourself and everything, but I think they always say there's nothing stock about a stock car, right?
It's true.
It is very true. But I just think that it's good because I build rear ends. I buy rear ends from a vendor and Kroll Machine, and I buy from Kroll Machine, Quick Performance, PM, Randy. Winners. So it's like, not a lot of people build quick changes. You got Winners, you got PM, you got the Bulldogs, but those are that's what they do, is build quick changes, not just for racing, for other applications too. Right. Mm-hmm. So to me, I like it because I buy a product that's built by, like Kroll, for instance. He's a very small company and he builds all that stuff. Nothing's robotic.
Right.
That's, and I feel like the sport mods and the hobby stocks should have 9 inches in them. We could run
100%.
But my thing is I've got all the gears. I had all the gears from one of my sport mods. You can buy a lightened gear and stuff, and a lot of people do. But I run what I've bought. I've had these gears for 13 years. So I'm probably going to get a lot of feels on it, on this one but I like both of them. Modifieds, they're the more advanced class. Stock cars are more advanced than a stock or a hobby stock, but it's a stock car.
If you had to pick a class where you can see it coming, would it be the stock car though?
I don't know. I really hope they don't. I really don't, because it's like a modified late model thing, like in my opinion, sprint cars. Now, however, the mod lights do have little quick changes, and they are the same price as a big quick change.
Do you put them in with one finger?
We had some pissed off people about it.
I heard about that.
What's up with that? You know what?
Oh, no, they were good. They were good.
No, I mean, there are some pissed off people about it. I still think that I'm striving to change that lineup just to a different thing.
I'm for it.
So maybe it will piss some people off, but you know what? It'd be nice if I could go home early once.
I'm for it.
Before the other classes. Not that I would, because I'm going to be there, but...
Right. I'm for it, but I think that it needs to be a commitment of the whole year. And each week, everybody moves like a cog in a wheel, because I don't want to see... Well, I don't think the racing was good, so let's throw these here and these here and these here, and they stay there. That's not fair for if we're going to do this fair, give everybody a shot at moving around just like a clock. So everybody gets a shot at it. Yeah. That's my opinion, obviously.
I really hope that Boone Speedway does that. Yeah. I really, really, really do. Yep. I think it'll just change. Change is good sometimes.
I think
so. That'd be a good change. We got a lot of other good changes going on, but I think this would be a really good change.
The worst thing you can say is we've done it this way.
I know.
Forever.
That's why we're doing it, because we've always done it.
That's a double-edged sword, though, too, boys.
Correct. No, yeah,
it really is.
You don't want to fix
the grass isn't greener on the other side, also.
Right.
So
you don't want to fix what's not broken. Colton said that on the way up here, and I agree with that too.
I think part of it, as someone who's never raced, but I've watched plenty of racing, you can almost guarantee what you're going to get when you pull out there.
Oh, yeah.
At Boone Speedway.
Absolutely.
This is the running order. It's
pretty
been this
close.
way for ages.
Yep.
At that point, you're just judging how long the sun was out and how windy it is.
Yeah.
I'm
watching that modified race.
To be fair,
biggest thing I don't want to do is create uncertainty, because I've said it 900 times. Is the minute you create uncertainty at a racetrack, that's when people start going other places.
Yep.
Yeah. That's my biggest fear. But at the same time,
for the product itself, yes, it would be nice to see
let's see what these guys can do on something different.
Yes.
Right.
Well, okay, so here's another thing that I thought of this weekend, and it was when we were talking to BZ, which shout out Brian Ziem, made it all the way down to Florida.
Him and Logie
did.
Him and Logie, yeah.
Yep, they came down.
I didn't get to have a beer or even shoot the shit with him, but I seen him there multiple times, got a couple fist bumps.
Yep, they were having a good time. But I just had this thought come over me is, when do we hear people bitch about the racetrack surface in Boone? If you had to guess right off the top of your head, when is it?
Super Nationals.
Stock cars.
Super Nationals.
Stock cars.
Super Nationals. But it's because all year long they've been within, I'm going to throw a number out here, they've been within 10 to 20% of what that racetrack is for them all year long. Then they get to
the
Super
variation
Nationals.
is not different from week to week.
Then they get to Super Nationals. You may get a dry track. You may get a wet track. You don't know.
We race at different times.
When I've heard the race car drivers talk about this, and you can attest to this because it is your home racetrack. People are like, oh, you get an advance because you're at Boone, blah, blah, blah. And it's like Super Nationals is completely different.
It is. But
it's not even the same.
My point is if you're putting a notebook together and you're able to put together a notebook of 20 nights of various track conditions, won't this help you when it comes to the end of the year?
I don't think so, because once again, it's like this is what keeps me into racing is every time I go to the racetrack, it doesn't matter whether it's at the beginning of the year or the end of the year. I may have a note that I can reference off of, but how much rain have we had in the last 3 weeks? How much wind was today? How hot was it? How cold was it? What time am I racing? The Super Nationals thing is That racetrack is different every single day over the whole course of the week. At the beginning of the week, we've got all the dirt on there that we've brought up over before Prelude and shit, and we wood chipped it, or whenever that happened. You know, how long ago did we wood chip it? Was it 3 weeks ago? Was it a month ago? Then they bring all that dirt back on there. They build it back up. By Wednesday, when all the ground pounders get out there and the stock cars get out there, and you guys can see it, they got that little lip coming off of the backstretch where we pull onto the racetrack. It goes from being this big to being this big. We're losing dirt. We're losing dirt. The racetrack's changing. They're not farming it as much. It may look like they are, but if you really pay attention, they're not farming it that much.
Tines aren't getting down in there.
Tines aren't getting in there because we're down to the base, or we're down to the shit that's, which I learned this weekend, is the top few inches is shit. That's what we blow off every week. And then we get down to what everybody's worked on all week for moisture, what we've pounded in there to what we actually get a race on. Well, by Thursday and Friday, it's trash. It is. It's terrible.
It's all wicked out. It's had so many tires on it.
Yeah, and it's like you can't. That's why I love natural rain versus a man-made rain on the water track.
Makes a big difference.
Makes a huge difference.
Some of the best races we've had on a weekly basis, it rains until like 2 o'clock.
Right.
And then they get the racetrack ready.
And we're all free.
Not even 2 o'clock, I guess. Whatever. It can be
Still,
any time that day.
Even then. There's been times where it's rained until 3:30 and everybody's calling me, or are we still racing? Have they posted anything yet? I don't know. I'm not on the secret channel. I don't have the secret phone. I don't call Cody. I said because his phone's blowing up. You know what I mean, though?
Right.
Like, so I don't think that there's zero. I truly believe that there's zero advantage. Yeah, do I know how to get around Boone Speedway? Well, spend 35 years going somewhere and watching, and then actually getting a chance to go out and race and learn and do all this. You're going to be good at it.
You should be.
And there's nights that I'm terrible at it. I mean, I won one freaking race there last year. One.
I know. I saw it.
That's terrible.
You are kind of slow nowadays. What happened?
Start a business. Start a business and, be busy doing other things.
Start a business, wreck a jet ski, blow your hand up, break your foot.
Right, go tip to tip with people.
This is just the last month and a half.
Yeah, right.
Welcome back to our next Moffitt's Ford Mayhem segment, presented by Bobcat.
But yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of cool, is it a cost-effective thing for the racer? I mean, I don't know. A quick change is $3,000. I can sell a 9-inch right now with no hubs or anything on it, for $1,450. Now that's no axles. You get axles with your quick change, and everything, but still, a 9-inch is cheaper to build.
Does one of them bend easier than the other, or are they about the same strength?
I don't know. I think it just depends on situation. I mean, I've seen quick changes get the shit bent out of them. And then that's where it is really convenient that everybody says, oh, it's great because I can change my own tube. And I'm always like, why are you bringing it to me to do it? Which that's fine with. I charge them to do it.
Sure.
But, it's just a matter of I've actually got a tube in the freezer right now just waiting for somebody to call. You just heat it up, pop it out, throw the other one in, wham, bam, you're done. Or you can do what I do and take it over to Quick Performance in Ames, and it's $200 to change a snout, cut a snout out and replace a snout. I don't have the stuff to do that. I do have a straightener at our shop too, but when they're super bad and bent, those are the guys I go to. And I think where it's probably more efficient in the long run is if you're bending a bunch of tubes, that material does get weak. And where on a quick change, you're putting in a new tube, so you're getting fresh metal. But you still got to tap it and, for your clamped up brake deal, and you still got to weld your brackets on it and all that stuff. And it is a really nice piece. And there are a lot of quick changes that are floating around that are super old, that are still in working
They're still
condition.
alive.
They're still alive, yeah.
You got axle tubes in the freezer. I thought there was ice cream sandwiches.
There's popsicle sticks in there. We have them for the kids. I can whip you up a slushie real quick.
He got really excited.
I roll them out for the kids. I get the thing up there, not like a rolling pin, and roll it out for the kids, and it turns it into a tropical snow, but it's only for 36 cents. instead of 350.
Sounds entrepreneurial to me.
But we'll bust them out this summer.
Hell yeah.
It's a little chilly right now. Yeah. Hey, another thing, whoever unblocked me, I appreciate the unblocks. I can see all 138 comments on the question of the week, Album Quest Towing. So all you great people that unblocked me, maybe they just haven't commented yet. Yeah. I'm going to check with you in the morning and see if our numbers are the same.
See, we're just making friends right and left.
That's
in
right.
this thing.
Right. Yeah, I don't really give a shit.
Mending fences.
Right.
Other ones were like if you get dumped, you get your spot back.
Yeah, we haven't
Not
talked
an
about
IMCA
that.
rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But I've seen is it Wisconsin, like on some of the pavement tracks, you can do the tap deal.
They do it at 141 Speedway.
They do it there too?
Yep, they do it there, and that was shocking for me. I don't think Josh got that one on the list. I've worked at 141 too. I've gone everywhere.
I did forget about that.
Yeah. That was a great week.
What's this tap rule?
So if you dump someone and you know it, you kind of pull out a line and you tap the roof of your car saying, like, I know I did this, and you get a pass and you get to go to the rear of the field and finish the race.
Instead of getting a black flag.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. I've only seen.
Honestly, I saw it when I was there. I was there, I watched it happen, and I was like,
Were you
no
there?
one told me that. I was there for whatever the stock car race is.
Oh, Colby Fett did that to me. We got together and he tapped.
Yeah.
And they gave me my spot back.
Yes, yeah.
So
driver that
they
gets
give
dumped.
you your spot back.
Yes,
and
and the
then
driver that dumps you does not get black
doesn't
flag.
get
They
black
go to
flag.
the rear.
They
of
gotta
the
go to
tail.
the rear.
Yes, I watched
Really?
it happen, and I was very confused. And the people working in the tower with me at 141, they're like, "Oh, you don't know about that?" I'm like, "No one explained this to me before I got here." So it
This
was.
is
It was.
interesting.
That
it
will
was,
never happen at Boone.
I don't
It was a bit
believe
of a
so.
culture shock.
But I do believe.
I like that.
Yeah, but
I like it in a okay. I like it, but I can see right away the holes that I can punch in it because somebody might have done something intentionally, and they're like, "Well, I'm going to continue to race, but fuck that guy." And dump it and tap.
Yeah.
I mean, so I could see where it'd have some.
I
problems.
do agree with if you get brutally dumped, that is not your fault. Why should you be penalized for that? And I just,
The thing about it,
damn you guys, like you guys got all this shit now, all these computers and all this stuff, and you got all these track officials around. And for me, this last week, it is hard to catch everything. I get it. But when it is blunt, I really feel like the guy should get his spot back, especially if his equipment's not all tore to shit, because that's usually what happens. Usually he gets spun out, and then he gets clipped by some guy then it's not
just
even their
junk,
fault
yeah.
either.
Right.
You know, like, but then where do you draw the line? Okay, so if you're going to give the guy that gets spun out his spot back, but what about the guy that clipped him?
Right.
That wasn't his fault either.
Yeah,
You're going to give them both their spots back?
What about the Talladega wreck? And it just one after another after another. Like where does it end?
Where do you stop?
Right. And then there's the other thing of what happens on the one where everybody in the grandstand saw it, but none of us did. And just like you said, now obviously we're not trying to miss it.
Right.
But you get one of those where everybody says, I didn't get a clean look at it. Then now everybody's punished in the way we would before. But then the whole world sees it on IMCA TV, and we're getting crucified.
Oh, yeah, because the TV thing's such a different look.
Because we didn't do it the same. You know what I mean?
But this is a jab, or this isn't a jab, but this is a shout out to all you corner workers out there at these racetracks.
Yeah.
Stay off your goddamn phone. Pay attention to what's going on. Help your people in the tower, because, for instance, when we put those tires out at Deep South, we had them things out there quite a ways because we were actually on our own secret channel.
They had their own secret.
with Jerry.
Which is weird. Not extraordinaire was there.
Okay, I heard that. Now what the hell? So, all right, tell me, because
Did not see him.
I was told he was there. I saw a post.
I don't think he went to Deep South, but he was definitely at
Or
Blackwater. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened because I don't know who this extraordinary guy is. Jer swears that I know who it is, but I would swear on anything that I don't know who this guy is. However, I do know who Doug Johnson is. He's been coming into the bar on Thursday nights getting a pizza which is weird because it was like that first night we had that initial meeting, and then it's just gotten kind of weird, actually. So, Chair, I would stay away from that guy. But the whole tire thing.
Well, Dad saw him at the district tournament.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dad sent us a picture to the group chat that one day. Saw him at Humboldt.
He gets around.
Yeah.
But the tire from our advantage down on the racetrack didn't look like it was way out.
It was, though. Yeah.
And
you can't see it. Like, you're
right.
It's a different look.
Right.
It was a long way out when it.
So track corner workers, just do better. Not that you're not doing a good enough job.
Just communicate.
Communicate a little bit better. If your tower man asks you, and if you don't see it, you don't see it. That's pretty simple. But just don't be silent. Yeah, just say I didn't see it.
Yep.
Because then ultimately it leaves it on the dick that's on the other end of the radio.
I'm the bad guy anyways because I have to communicate the news.
Right.
It's even worse when
If you have a guy that reaffirms what you saw and he saw the same thing, then it makes it way
then I can
easier.
stand my ground later.
Correct.
If
Right.
somebody, God forbid, ever corners me about it, I can at least stand my ground and be like, well, somebody else saw it too.
Yeah. The biggest advice I can give any race director,
Aspiring race director.
or flagman, or somebody that's in that position of power, is to have your corner workers' backs.
Yeah.
And when they see something, especially if you didn't, you got to trust them, and you're trusting these people to potentially end a relationship for you. Not that that makes it right, but people do. People end relationships.
Oh,
over
people
these
hold
calls.
grudges
All
for
the
sure
time.
over that shit.
But just know that it's like a family. You're trusting somebody to make a call or see something that you maybe didn't. You're going to take the rap for it, and you're willing to. Obviously, you're putting yourself in that position, but it's like that's where all these things come together, and you have so many people. If there's 6, 8, whatever it is, if you've got people, and I didn't do it, you notice?
Almost did it.
If you've got people in that infield that aren't paying attention, that are on their phone, that are, looking off into what are you doing there? Like, do your job. You're getting put in that position to do a job. Come on, let's do it.
And it's not glamorous.
It's not.
To be fair.
None of them are.
No.
Right.
I mean,
It's not.
When I was a freshman in college, I worked at Marshalltown on the backstretch for a whole season. I worked with Bryce for a while, and he was kind of wanting to get out of doing Friday nights. So then I was over there, like on the backstretch, kind of going into turn 3. And yeah, it's a different perspective. And then when they come on the radio and they're like,
what happened?
Yeah, did you see this? You're like, oh yeah. There's some that you're like, oh yeah, I just cleaned them out. Or you're like, I'm not really sure I would do that. You know?
Yep. And there's times too when, standing in the corner, it looks like something happened, but from the tower you can see a whole different perspective. And if you happen to be looking at the same thing, and that's where as a corner worker, sometimes you feel like, oh, I just get overruled all the time. Well, no, the input is valuable.
Right.
It's whether it's exactly what you think you saw or not, it's still valuable. Because, you might be getting input then from somebody who was in clear across the track that actually had a clearer view of it because they happened to be looking.
Right.
It all goes together to make an informed decision and keep everybody, as honest as you can.
Yeah. And that's the whole point. Like, we've talked about yellows, all week it feels like, whether you're stopped on the yellow or involved in the yellow some way, shape, or form. Like, it's just, like, it's so tough to bring judgment into it because I can't prove what your intent was when you went bonsaiing into turn 1 and maybe got into somebody or maybe somebody crossed you up, whatever happened. Like, it's a lot easier if I just say, well, I have to punish both of you.
You're right.
It sucks. And like I said earlier, I hate doing it. I hate when I have to talk on the receiver because I never know what I'm going to say anyways. I key that mic and I'm like, words will come out eventually. Like, I'll say something and it won't be what I said a minute ago. Like when I started the race, like it won't be the same. But like, I hate having to punish anyone because like you guys put your time, your effort, you've come to support an event that I'm at or we're at, whatever the case may be. Like, the last thing I want to do is punish someone for, something that may not have been their fault, but I can't prove what they were doing with their hands and what the guy next to them was doing either. Right. So,
yeah, but like you said, we do appreciate all those people and their input because, like I said, it makes it makes it easier on people that like obviously run the race on the headset. And so
and
need
the other
those
thing
guys
is
for sure.
I've won every race I've ever watched.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of those out there.
1,000%.
Too.
Yeah, right,
You know,
yeah.
There's a lot of those out there, and so so corner workers just be that voice, throw that opinion in there, and just know that no matter what, you're a part of that, and that's what I felt all last week at the Clash on the Coast. It was there was a lot of great people involved in it, and everybody voiced their opinion very well.
And I think it's one of those, like, it's a corner workers, not just them specifically, but like as from a race director standpoint, like they're the unsung heroes. Like they make my job easier, like because they have a firsthand look, or they should, a firsthand look at it where like I might be trying to catch something that might start to be going down at the back half of the field, and it's something that happens with the top 3 or 4 going into one. Like it's a lot, you know, like I feel like I do a good job of scanning constantly, but you know, like
you're
corner
watching-
workers are unsung heroes of
You're
like,
watching 24 guys from the tower, and it's hard to do
right.
Yeah.
It can be. Yeah.
It's hard to watch them from the infield. It's
Right.
hard. It's hard being in the car, trying to see what the other 12 guys in front of you or wherever you're at in the mid pack and stuff. Like when you're 3 wide, I mean, it's fun. It's fun and it's hard.
And as a corner worker too, right? You don't like. I never wanted to turn my back on cars, so that's obviously why we have other guys in the other corners. But like, if you don't, there's times where you're watching to make sure that nobody's coming back through and going to clean you out, and then something happens, you turn around, you're like, oh, missed that, but.
But
You're watching your own ass, you know.
The other thing is you can get real jumpy on throwing the yellow. Like I learned that this week. Like sometimes you got to just let it stand.
Got to
for a
let it
little
lie
bit.
and just see what happens.
Because, like, you know, Jerry thinks that we're, you know, not trying to get going when we know we have the one flag rule, you know, and I'm not beating on you, Jerry, but I'm just saying, like, we're in there trying to get going because we know that, like, this has ended our race. This has put me in a B main. This has usually put me in the back of a B main because the other cars that don't make the invert are starting in the front of the B main. So that now I'm pissed because I'm in the back of a B main. And then usually if you're in a B main and you are one of the what am I trying to say? One of the drivers that has a lot of success, it makes it tough to get through there because you're racing with not as talented drivers or maybe beginners in this class or maybe just a new person in a different division that they didn't race or whatever the case may be. And that's no jab against the guys that are there. We need everybody there, you know, and all the officials I feel like are trying to get every racer as many laps as they can on that racetrack without actually just throwing the yellow as fast as we can throw it. But here's the other thing. It's kind of a double-edged sword, too, because we've seen some cars get totaled on situations like that. And that's where I feel like the racetrack really feels like shit. They don't want you to tear your race car up. But at the same time, if we throw the yellow really quick and we end your night, then you're pissed that we did that.
Right.
But
nothing is scarier than, for me as race control anywhere, nothing is scarier for me than a car that is slow that either A, can't get to the infield because they have one, but like, you know, some places have jersey barriers or whatever, like, or the whoever it may be can maybe limp it to the exit or whatever. Like nothing is scarier for me than watching that unfold, and it feels like slow motion every time because I'm like, if somebody just ends everything for this person, like just doesn't look past the air cleaner, I'm like, that's on me.
Well,
like I feel responsible.
it's scary in the car too because you
don't know who's behind you.
Exactly. You know, like I broke at Super Nationals the gear this year, and I was running 5th place. I know they're 2-3 wide behind me, and everybody
And they're
is
screaming.
and they're hauling ass,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm like violently
Big
waving. Yes, seriously, and it's just because. Well, yeah, I don't want to tear my race car up, but I don't want, you know, Jay Schmidt, he had a couple of incidents where he got spun around and we all kept going, but it was like, and I'm guilty of it too. I'm like threading the needle, baby, because I can pass 3 or 4 cars right here, and then all of a sudden, wham, night ended.
Yep.
Or if they throw the yellow really quick, then it's like, God, you know.
I had a line.
Right.
That's right.
And so it's really, really tough. And I got a little jumpy, a couple of times on the radio this week with cars, and then I'm like, okay. I also see the guy doing the frickin' drag strip burnout, try to keep going. You know, it's he's going. We're good. You know, but sometimes it can happen,
fine line.
Boom,
and
that fast.
It trickles down to like beyond being part of race control or like watching the corners and helping your race director. Like it trickles down to scoring too. Like the last thing you want your scorer to do, especially electronically, is pause the race while they're still crossing. Like you don't want to do that because then it's a pain on the fly to get everyone caught up, make it look like they crossed, and then God forbid you're racing to get everyone, like if you went yellow, you have guys that cross or whatever, you got to worry about getting them back on the lead lap because they were under yellow, everyone else was green by the time you started the race again, and then God forbid an actual yellow happens while you're trying to do that. Like it trickles down, and like I said, it's every time is like the scariest time in my life when I'm like, I hope that nothing bad happens. Like I want them to make it off the track safely. Like I don't want anyone to get hurt. Like I want to give everyone else a shot to continue the race as they were, like no restart. Like there's a lot that goes into it. So
Yeah.
That's why I said that my dream job at a racetrack, lining up cars.
Make it a lot easier on you.
Yes.
Speaking of that, last year at Marshalltown, I was, Colton and I were working there, and he was already out in the infield. So I sit in staging with the late models when the big boy late models came.
Oh, baby.
And I got this picture next to the number 32.
Oh, gosh.
And at the time, Colton hated him.
Okay.
Couldn't stand him. But I found out that wasn't the case.
Quick backstory. So I went to the Dome at St. Louis 2 years ago for the first time. Josh has been, you got to come to St. Louis. Like, that town sucks. Anyways, why would I want to go there in December of all times of the year? Anyways, we went 2 years ago, had a ball, and my favorite thing to do, I learned, is to get tore up from the floor up and just yell at these guys because, I think that they're weenies. Like, they won't get out and fight, They will, they won't. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. So my favorite thing to say with 2 finger salutes on 2 hands was, fuck Bobby Pierce. And I think it was out of jealousy because 2 years ago, if you'll remember, he won 34 races. I must like him. I know how many races he won. And
he had fans sitting right in front of you.
He had fans sitting in front of me 2 years ago. This last year when we went, I pulled the same antics, even though I kind of knew I was a fan, and his mother and his fiance were sitting in the suite right next door. Anyways, so I've become a fan, and yeah.
So
he is a Bobby Pierce
fanboy. Without a doubt.
He is a fanboy because all weekend we were watching, he's like, hold on, Bobby's on the track.
Oh, yeah.
I used to think Bobby was a dick, too, until, not a dick, just until I realized that he is one of the only teams on the National League that owns
their own stuff.
Team.
Yeah.
Like, that says a lot to me because everybody thought that my dad, same situation, like his dad was a king in the late models and thought that everybody or that Bob gave him whatever he wanted, just as my dad would give me. But actually,
not the case.
Not the case at all.
Yeah.
But typical internet following or whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. Once I learned all that, and then I got to go talk to Bob Pierce last year at Eldora. I became a fan. And just a super cool guy. And I think what really pissed me off was when they came to Boone and he bitched about Boone. Because I'm a little biased. I love our racetrack here, but I also took it as like, you know what, Bobby, you're just not good enough to run without a cushion. at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then I've seen him do that
Yeah.
multiple times without a
Right.
cushion.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of my turning point for the Bobby Pierce deal, too.
I don't know if it started as kind of a joke, and like, yeah, if Bobby walked in here right now, like, I'm not going to get on the floor, but, you know, I'd chop it up with the guy.
Oh, bullshit. I call bullshit. If I had video footage of this last week, I mean, I'd be like, God.
So the shirt.
Sometimes when Bobby Pierce gets on the track, there's nothing else that can bother me. Kind of like how for my wife, when Turbo is on the track,
Turbo.
look out. Like I told Josh a couple weeks ago, I said, I've got to get a super late model ride, otherwise my wife is going to leave me.
So
she loves that man.
Dakota and I, we kind of got together in St. Louis, and we were going to buy him a Bobby Pierce shirt at the event. Well, she got a little late behind, but she ended up ordering one on the internet, and we gave it to him for Christmas.
Got it for Christmas.
It was funny to watch him open it, and then just to see the little bit of joy in his face. It happened.
I don't know. I've never been into late models like until recently, and the dome was part of it. But I grew up watching hobby stocks.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up watching IMCA style racing, and I've always thought that, you know,
There
late
wasn't
model
anything
drivers are
else.
just crybabies. Like that, you know, they're not as bad as sprint car guys, but you know, like I just
That was
He looked right deep
I
into
was
my
just going to
soul.
say, like, you just
He looked right
it's like-
deep into my soul on that one.
I've done some growing up. I've learned to love super late model racing of all things, and honestly, it's probably my favorite. Like I don't know. There's something about it. Like it's not the raw horsepower or anything. It's like I don't know. I can't explain it. Something. It just does it for me.
They watch just
Yeah.
about as much as 5 times.
Yeah, we're at the
Oh, I'm
karaoke
guilty.
bar. You were there.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
at the
guilty of it.
karaoke bar on Thursday. We took the iPad inside so we could watch Ocala.
And it's not just Colton, by the way.
Right.
She's hardcore.
yeah.
And I learned a lot about Dakota this last week. We spent a lot of time together going to breakfast and stuff. But
Without
dude,
me.
Exactly. But she was as helpful as they get. She's never done this shit before.
Yeah.
We put her in a pit shack next to Babe. She's slinging dollar bills. I mean, it was awesome. So
She started checking in drivers because I
She
stepped
did.
out to go to the bathroom, or
Yep.
so I stepped out to do something.
she had to
and-
pick up the slack. It was.
Yeah.
I mean, it's understood.
Right.
So
It's a daily occurrence.
I think she's used to it at this point.
Yeah. Well, it sounded like everything went well down there, and you know, Jonathan's foot's all healed up, and so we're back on the mend there, and the hand looks good. We're able to drive jet skis again, so
Yeah, there was a
all the
couple jet
things.
skis down there behind the house.
Yeah,
I was
well.
hollering at Jonathan. He should go out
well,
and
no,
practice, but-
we don't.
Yeah, we didn't do that. That was before the foot injury.
I wasn't getting any water.
It was cold.
it was chilly.
Yep.
But we do thank you for coming on here. You know, we've been talking about it obviously for however many episodes, getting you on here, and Josh. I talked to Josh today, and I'm like, so we really doing this Johnny Forklift thing? And he's like, oh yeah, he's all in, and I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Internet's gonna implode.
We're gonna get in trouble.
I knew.
But no, you did good. You did.
I did. I only swore a couple times. Garrett, sorry. There's some stuff to clip out in the middle that no one will ever see.
Well, we hope they won't. No, he does hitters for us. We might get
Yeah,
some.
don't let him bullshit you, bud. There might be a blur moment or a beep.
Right. Or, well, there's not going to be here, but Jonathan's got belly hair flopping in the breeze in one little commercial that Gary had something to do with. So.
Yeah.
No, this has been fun, and honestly, like but I got to see it like when this was like a seedling of an idea, and like to see it come to fruition. Like I wasn't a part of it like up until now, I guess. But like it's cool to see it. Like I don't know, it's one of those things that it shines a different light because you all have different perspectives. I know we've talked about this, and you guys have talked about it on the show, and like the guests that you have on and all that stuff. Like it brings a different perspective, and like I as just a race fan in general, it doesn't matter what sanctioning body you follow or anything like that. We all just love going fast, right? Or seeing things go fast. Like it brings a different perspective to things, and it's neat, like to see your guys' success, and like, you know, it's only going to get better, you know. But I do appreciate you guys having me on. So
Yeah. Well, I do think about that a lot. That you know, you and I talked about this. I think the last time we went to Marshalltown last year was when we started like really talking about doing this. And Colton, I believe your first reaction was, "Oh shit."
Yeah. No, it's good though. Like, I don't know. It's been so fun to watch, and like,
well,
I'm a fan. So
I thought it was great to bring you on here too. So in case if anybody from Pensacola or excuse me, Milton or Loxley, Alabama wanted to send you a death threat, learn a little bit about you. Not that your
address will be down in the comments.
that you're
Hit
not,
the subscribe button.
right. You're not a dick. You're not an asshole. You take the race director role very seriously, and I didn't know, like, these pictures that Josh brought in, it really brought back home Cody, because those are the same kind of shit that I used to wear, like just it's a red thing.
We were bored.
It's a red thing, right? Yeah, like, so really cool to have you on the show. Learn about your some of your backbone of being in the racing world, and everything that you've kind of done, and some of these events and everything in our little itinerary here is like, wow,
Isn't it crazy that I do all this and still work a day job?
Yeah, it is.
There's a lot of people that said that to us down there.
Yeah.
They're like, so this is all you do for a living?
Yep,
We're
it
like,
happens quite often.
No.
You're down here too.
Right.
Like, no, not quite.
And to be honest, Jonathan saw that picture of your mom in that spaghetti strap shirt, and he was pretty excited about that.
Stay away
too.
from my mother.
my first comment was my mom used to have this really good look. I mean, my mom's still good looking. I'm not saying that. But in the early 90s, smoke show. I'm like, that's definitely where I got all my looks. I mean, I got my fat fingers and my weird fingernails from my dad, and my redness come from my mom. So did it come from your mom or your other side?
No, I don't. Mom's not.
Yours came from, it did, because your grandpa.
It's a little bit,
yeah.
But yeah, I it was like a slow burn, and then I popped out, and something was like red everywhere. Like, I don't know. It was never this bad.
You talk about 7%, but we have 3 reds in here.
You guys are
to
out.
us
Well,
too.
this is true.
You guys are
Yeah.
outnumbered.
Son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
That's right.
Not
We
working
better
out
get
in
the
our
fuck
favor.
out of here real quick.
Oh, one last clarification for everyone, and this is at the end, so no one will hear this. No one's made it this
Oh,
far.
I don't know.
No one's made it this
they've
far.
made it this far.
You think so?
Yeah, people ask why we don't go longer, and I'm
Okay.
like,
Yes.
man.
Josh and I are actually related. He is my stepdad. We are not just friends who go to the races to work.
Up until we started working at Marshalltown together, Jerry thought we were just buddies.
No, he did even after we started.
Yeah.
No way.
Yes.
He had no idea that we were related at all.
I seriously thought that you guys were brothers for a long time.
I don't know
Seriously,
if that's
like
a jab at you or a compliment for me. Or
I thought that you were like blood related somehow. Like you guys have like, you're super cool. You're weird, both of you.
we get along really well. And like, I feel like part of it is we both have a lot of passion for the work that we do at the racetrack, especially like, not that like, oh, we're, biting our nails. Everything's got to be perfect. It's not like that. It's just like we both can kind of like bounce ideas off each other. Like we've both been.
You guys feed off each other
Yeah,
really
we've
well.
both been in each seat, whether it be lining up cars or working corners or doing my race pass stuff, all the ins and outs of that, all the scoring, race directing, all that stuff. Like, you've actually been in the seat, whereas I haven't, not for a competitive race at least.
You did get in a race car.
I have been in a race car before, a couple times.
It didn't end well.
Yeah. I tried to knock down the walls too. I could go fast.
Well, there's been a 2-seater talk.
Hey,
So if
Sign
that
me up.
happens, you gonna take a ride with
hell
me?
yeah! Right. You're the fastest one out of the bunch. Of course, I want to ride with you.
Hey, we haven't proven that
That
yet.
tattoo's looking cuter and cuter. ain't it,
Damn
boys?
right it is.
Sorry, Michelle. It'll be something good.
Hey, and there is one other thing we have to say, not to drag this on any farther. But your mom talked to us on the phone, and she wanted us to mention it. That we were going to Marshalltown this last summer, and I don't know where the hell it came from, but out of the blue, Colton goes, "I just want you to know
Oh, God.
If you and Mom ever get divorced, we're still hanging out.
Oh, yes.
And that meant a lot to me because that meant, well, damn, we're buddies. Like, I'm not just a mean old stepdad.
It's true what they say. We're just friends who go to the races.
That was a moment. Jeez, I'm all cheeked up over here over that one.
And
Good grief.
I know it was on the end here, but, basically from lining up cars to running the show, like, I am proud of you. You've done a lot of things that I never thought, like, we would do together.
Capable of.
Yeah, well, there's that.
That might be what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
But
No, it's been fun. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I hope the next however many years, maybe with a short break here or there, will help me stay into it. But I don't know. It's been fun. Like I said, I have a passion for racing that I don't even know. Like, I've never driven a race car, but I feel like I'm still just
do
as...
you want in on the tattoo game?
Sure.
Ooh.
now we got to get Grant down to score it. But we can
Garrett's
pull that
like,
off.
I might have a chance.
Holy shit, look, 3 reds in the competition.
Okay.
Sorry about your luck, Garrett. I've already got an ass tattoo. I'm not afraid to get another one.
Yes.
Well, on that note, we want to thank everybody for. Oh, Jesus. But no, for real. We will wrap this up. Want to thank Central Iowa Diesel Performance, Jed and the boys over there in Ames. Elmquist Towing for continuing to help us out. Performance Bodies. We're going to get the Performance Bodies trophies cooked up this year. Moffitt's Ford for jumping on board with us. Obviously, Logue Fabrication, P1P Canopy.
Adobe Lounge.
Adobe Lounge.
Which we're
I
gonna.
think Thursday. Let's make Thursday. Let's go see John. What do you think?
Thursday?
Will he be up at the Adobe? We'll
I'm sure of it.
Let's go have some pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah, we need to get. Yeah, we got to get John pinned down. He's been asking us where we've been. So, he's been in Florida. So
I
he's been
know
on the road.
he's been in Florida, but he's just trying to stay Johnny on the John.
Literally.
He's Johnny on the John.
We're going to go see him for sure.
Great.
No, and thanks everybody. We say this every time. We seriously appreciate you guys for tuning in and engaging with us. And we wouldn't be where we're at if it wasn't for the clickbait, as Jonathan calls it.
All those likes, all those subscribes, like, they mean a lot and they do a lot for us. So
It does matter.
Absolutely.
Like, subscribe, comment, all the things.
Yeah, that's right. But thank you again, like everybody is mentioning, Josh Reynolds, Colton, Jonathan, and Cody. We will see. Not myself. And producer Garrett in the back. But hey, it's been long. I'm getting tired.
I know.
Thank you to everybody, as always. Till next week, you've been watching Watermelons and Woodchips. We'll see you soon. Thanks.